SEN T20 International Cricket.
Over the wicket at him. He's bowled him! It's to taken! That is a shot of an emperor. Facing up on 28. Bowls him! Middle stump out of the ground. They're up but bleeding. Yes!
For Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
Welcome everyone. It is SEN T20 Cricket for Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. It's great to be back with you from Marara Stadium up in the top end. Game 1 was Australia by 17 runs, and here we are for Game 2 at the same venue. John Donohue with you. Alongside me in commentary is Bryce McGain, one of the great leg spinners of all time in this country. Hello, Bryce.
All time. I don't know about that. There's a couple few ahead of me, but
only a couple.
Yeah, great to be here tonight, and really looking forward to it. On the back of Sunday night, it'd be good to see South Africa. I'm sure they'll be better for the experience after, as you say, they lost by 17 runs, but there's a few things that they'll be able to tune up on. And Australia, well, they didn't fire in the top order. It was really on the back of a real masterclass by Tim David.
It was.
With some valuable support by Ben Dorshus at the lower order. So I wonder how that top order is really going to unleash. Foot flat to the floor and let it roll.
And we mentioned how strong both lineups are in the lead up to the next World Cup, which takes place in February of 2026. So both teams coming in strong. We mentioned Australia by 17 runs. Tim David put on an absolute clinic the other night, 83 for him, and it was a sixathon.
It was, and that was the difference between the teams. South Africa were getting boundaries, but just fours, and sixes are so incredibly valuable, and that's puts a gap. After you put 6 or 7 or 8 of those to the, it adds up, and that's 16 more runs. What was the end result? Well, it happened to be that.
Yes.
So there are those little things in T20 cricket now that's just the evolution of the game. It's not hit and giggle. There are big stakes at play. February, there's a World Cup. So these games are great preparation for both nations in preparing for something that's only 6 months away.
And from a South African perspective, they got their first look at this Darwin surface, which we worked out, very big surface and a great pitch. The pitch was carrying through nicely. It held a bit of spin as well, and the ball was able to grip with the slower ball. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that tonight, but they've got one look at it, so now they shouldn't make the same mistakes twice.
No, exactly. But the interesting thing, and we know this up north in the evening, the dew does come in, so it gets a bit wet and slippery. So, look, Australia have won the toss.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say that now?
Yes, you can, absolutely.
Yeah, Australia have won the toss. They've elected to bowl first, and then they get that advantage. It's better batting conditions at the end. So it's probably advantage to South Africa in chasing down a pretty modest total from Australia in that first game, the target being 179. But Australia now will get the opportunity to chase.
Both teams have made a couple of changes. You've got the Aussie team on hand. Why don't you run us through it? A surprise change that we did not expect to be seeing, but a welcome one.
Well, I'm not sure exactly which way you're going there, but I know that Josh Inglis is unwell.
Yes.
Is that the one?
Well, yes, that one.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So he's unwell, unfortunately. So he slides out from number 3. So we need the next best gloveman.
Yep.
But look, he could be holding his own in T20 cricket.
Could.
Anyway, Alex Carey comes in.
That's why I say it was a surprise. He wasn't in the squad.
No.
He wasn't in the initial squad. Josh Inglis, Cricket Australia have told us, is ill.
Yes.
So, we'll just bring in Alex Carey, just get him on a flight up to Darwin, and in the squad he comes.
So he was in the one-day squad to come, and they're the games. That's the second part of the series, the 3 one-days to come. But so he was part of that. Get him up a little bit earlier.
Yes.
So, look, he's ready to go and obviously in good touch from West Indies and so forth. But from the top of the order, Trav Head, Mitch Marsh, no change there. Cameron Green will slide up. Everyone sort of shuffles up now. Green up to 3, Tim David up to 4. Maxwell will now bat at 5, Mitch Owen at 6. Mitch Owen holding that number 6 role. So that Maxwell moves from 7 up. Alex Carey will slide in at 7. Then Dorshus. Abbott comes in for Nathan Ellis. Then we have Zampa and Hazelwood, who both bowled match-winning overs
Yes.
when it was really important, 15 and 16 last on Sunday night.
And Josh Hazelwood ending with 3 wickets in that first game. So that's how the Aussies line up. The South Africans have made a couple of changes, and I reckon some good changes as well, Bryce. Aiden Markram at the top of the order is the captain. Ryan Rickleton, he was fantastic the other night with his nearly match-winning
We
knock.
took it deep, didn't he? And that was so important. They were just a little behind the situation, but he took it deep. That's a good sign.
He did. So he'll open the batting again. Luandre Pretorius, I'm looking forward to seeing him. We talked about how he's built a bit like Darren Lehmann,
yes,
but he plays a bit like AB de Villiers, which is a dangerous combination in itself. So he'll come in at 3. Diovold Brevis at 4. Tristan Stubbs, who was part of a nice partnership with Ryan Rickleton, at 5. They brought in Russie van der Dussen just to stabilise that batting lineup, and we know he plays all 3 formats. Corbin Bosch, must say I'm a little bit surprised that Corbin keeps his spot, if I'm honest. None for 44 and, two off 4 balls or something like that?
Yeah, he got some tap, so he gets another opportunity to bounce back.
Good on them for backing him in. Kagiso Rabada stays in the lineup. A new name as well, Nabayomze Peter. I think he goes by Naba Peter. So he's a quick bowler. He's a spin bowler as well.
Of course, in that name, there's a silent Q without a U.
Yeah.
So that's one will trick many people.
Which
and trip them up.
really threw a spanner in the works. He's a right arm leg spinner, so we'll get to see him a little bit later. One of my new favourite players is Quena Mapaka, left arm rapid. So he keeps his spot, and Lungi Ngidi also keeps his spot in the lineup. So 2 strong sides to take this one out. We're not far away from getting underway. 0433 98 11 16. People can get in touch with us throughout. Any questions for you, Bryce?
You bet.
Or if they just want to correspond with us here on SEN T20 Cricket. Australia for Northline, Australia's global logistics people, unlock freight management. So that's how it all looks. As we mentioned, Australia has won the toss and chosen to field up at Marara Stadium. We'll take a quick break here on SEN T20 Cricket, and we'll get into action on the other side of this. It's Australia up against South Africa from Marara Stadium in Darwin.
For Northline, Australia's global logistics people, unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
Discover Sinopec, the trusted name in premium quality lubricants. For over 15 years, Sinopec has been ensuring fleets across Australia run smoothly and efficiently. Why choose Sinopec? Unmatched quality, optimal performance and longevity for your machinery, proven reliability, trusted by fleet managers nationwide, comprehensive range, the right lubricant for every need. Don't settle for less. Experience the Sinopec difference. Visit sinopeconline.com.au today. That's SINOPEC.
Transporting heavy machinery and equipment is the backbone of Australia's mining, construction, agricultural and landscaping industries. So when it's time to move it with Rogers Willex. Family owned and proudly Australian since 1896, Rogers Willex are the nation's leading manufacturer of medium-duty trailer axles, plant trailers and trailer parts. Built tough to withstand Australia's toughest conditions from 2-tonne to 13-tonne capacities. Building a trailer requiring air brakes? Insist on Rogers Willex. Visit rogerswillex.com.au.
You've been dreaming, planning, waiting for the right moment. Well, now is the time to build with Mimosa Homes. Take advantage of discounted upgrade packs, including evaporative cooling and enhanced home security, designed to make your new home complete from day one. With 55 display homes across Melbourne and Geelong, and our 50-year structural warranty, build with confidence, knowing we're with you for the long haul. Now is the time to make it yours. Visit mimosahomes.com.au. Mimosa Homes.
Hi, Gary Lyon here. Good mornings start with Temper. Temper's range of mattresses and adjustable bases adapt to the exact shape of your body so you can put your head and feet up in comfort. Also, if you're like me and have ongoing back concerns, Temper mattresses assist in alleviating your pain. Find your perfect position with an easy-to-use wireless remote and massage function available at the touch of a button. Experience the Temper range today. You can view Temper athlete stories at temper.com.au. Temper, a mattress like no other.
Impress Mix at your next barbecue or dinner with something from the top paddock, smoker's pit, or even tasty dry-aged beef from the Butcher Club, a traditional caring butchery that's simply not your average butcher shop. Sourcing quality produce delivered with exceptional customer service, it'll be a shopping experience to remember. Their grass-fed beef and lamb, hormone-free pork, free-range chicken and seafood are all locally sourced and 100% Australian. And they've got you covered with 10 locations across Melbourne. Visit thebutcherclub.com.au.
This Father's Day, power up Dad's love for footy with an AFL Club-branded power bank from Signet, officially licensed and available for all 18 AFL clubs. These power banks will keep his phone charged from the first bounce to the final siren, whether he's at the game, on the go, or watching from home. Kick truly on the gift-giving this Father's Day and give Dad something he'll actually use. AFL Club-branded power banks from Signet. Proudly Australian. Get your free delivery when you order online at signet.com.au.
Tough jobs call for tough stuff. With VisiTread temporary surface protection, you've got heavy-duty projects covered. It's breathable, spill-resistant and rugged enough to handle worksite wear. Prep your space with the tough stuff that's made of 100% recycled Aussie materials. VisiTread, available at Bunnings Warehouse.
Landscapers and tradies need plants? Plantmark is your trusted wholesale nursery with a huge range at true trade prices. They supply landscape projects of all sizes, from quote to delivery. Open 6 days at 4 locations across Melbourne. Plantmark.com.au.
Adams Pest Control. Adams Pest Control have been your trusted pest control experts for over 75 years. Using the most advanced technologies and safest materials, Adams Pest Control delivers a comprehensive range of pest control services, including insects, rodents, termites and birds for domestic, industrial and commercial properties. For effective long-term pest control, remember Adams Pest Control. Find out more at adamspestcontrol.com.au.
For Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
Great to have your company from the top end. It is SEN T20 Cricket for Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. John Donohue and Bryce McGain with you, all in readiness, Bryce, for what is going to be an exciting game too. I thought South Africa held themselves pretty well in foreign conditions for them. I mean, it was foreign conditions for both teams, as it was the first game that's ever been played at this venue on Sunday night. But I thought they held themselves pretty well, and you and I had that discussion about them being a team. It feels like they've gone, to use footy parlance, gone through a rebuild, and now they're sort of back to the other side. World Test champions, and now sort of competing on a bigger stage.
There's no doubt about that, and they're looking for these real, genuine replacement players, and they're coming up to their prime. It's a bit beforehand. They're sort of early 20s. They've got a young fast bowler, which adds some real firepower to their lineup. The left arm quick, the 19-year-old. So he's been... Parker is a real breath of fresh air. Rabada's dangerous. Ngidi, we know. So they've got a good three-prong pace attack. We get a look at Peter, the leg spinner.
Yes.
We lose Musami, who was the left-arm orthodox. I thought he bowled really well.
Probably because of the shot he played, though. I tell you what.
It was a shocker. First ball, a reverse sweep and had his pad blown off by Zampa. But look, they have a good lineup here. I'll be really interested to see how they approach batting first, where Australia in these conditions went foot flat to the floor, lost 6 wickets before the 8th over on Sunday night. We'll see how South Africa set themselves up for a total that you would expect to be around the same par, 180 north.
Yeah,
north
absolutely. Absolutely. So we will wait and see. Not far away from it all happening now. The Aussies are out on the pitch. What do you think? How do you think this will all unfold? Are you expecting an Australian victory again here, Bryce?
Hey, I always expect that.
Of course.
Now,
the reason unpatriotic for us not to think that.
There's a little bit of that to it, but the fact that they've won 9 in a row, they have a lineup now. This is absolutely top quality. And to think they can add someone on a winter vacation at the moment in Pat Cummins, can slide back in as he gets off the slopes of Perisher.
Yes.
He can slide back into this T20 lineup, and also Mitchell Stark. But we've got 2 good Mitchells in there, Mitch Marsh, the skipper, and Mitch Owen. We're covered with Mitchells.
We are.
So we're okay to Stark have us some time off.
Absolutely. Make sure you correspond with us throughout the night. 0433 98 11 16 on SEN T20 Cricket. don't forget to catch every ball of the 2025-26 Ashes right here on SEN, your home of cricket. It starts on November 21st. All right, so Rickleton is at the non-strikers end, and it will be Aiden Markram to open things up, the right-hander. Josh Hazlewood has ball in hand like he did the other night.
He does. Part of his contract, I think, to bowl the first over.
He wouldn't have it any other way.
If he's the only one of the big four.
Well, for so long, I was going to say,
Yeah.
Starkey's been doing that for years, and he said, hey, I finally get the opportunity. I want the brand new rock in my hand.
Writes it in the contract. I like this off the text machine too. Right from the top, Snoop Donohue. I like that a lot. Topical.
You got to drop it like it's hot when you get the opportunity. All right.
You're on a heater. What about that?
I'm a little bit fresher today than I was on Sunday night, it's fair to say.
Called 2 games of footy and...
Yeah. All right, so taking a look at the field, a ring field here at Bryce. We've got a sort of a wide... We've got a slip and then a close-in third man. It'll be Hazlewood, who will be over the wicket, bowling to Markram. In now on the off-stump line, driven through the covers. That'll be away for 4. Great start from Aiden Markram, just leant on it, punched it through the covers, and South Africa are off to a flyer.
Well, it's exactly that. He just leant forward. Hazlewood on a challenging length, top of the stumps, but good control.
Yes.
From the skipper.
Timed it well.
Yeah, didn't overhit it. It was just a punch drive and found the gap. That's the key to these early overs. If you can get the gaps, you're going to get value.
Certainly are. See if he goes again. Hazlewood shuffling in. Markram, this time it squared him up. He was forced to defend. Out to Maxwell at point, no run.
That time a little movement in the air, so he just had to check on the drive, just be a bit more watchful, played it late under his eyes. So he looks to be in good touch, reading everything that is bowled at him so far. In Markram, didn't really get going in the first game.
No, he certainly didn't. 12 off 6. Strikes about 144 though, Bryce. So if he does get going, I'll tell you what, he's world class. He's got big on him, the one that he punched to cover in the first game.
Yeah, just drove on the up, just a bit shorter. But he started well with that first check drive.
Faces up now, Hazlewood in, and this time it got ballooned off the inside edge of the bat. He was in a bit two minds there, was Aiden Markram. Didn't know whether to turn it or whether to defend, and in the end he did defend up to square leg.
Well, that's a great skill of Josh Hazlewood, just hitting that length which has you questioning, am I on the front foot, am I on the back foot, I'm not sure, I'm in between.
So just a reminder as well, Bryce, 6 overs is power play cricket in internationals. First 6 overs.
You know what? I love the power surge.
Yeah, I do.
I actually really like that the batting team get a chance to inject that into the second
whenever
half.
they like. Yeah, absolutely. 3 balls bowled. Here's Hazlewood again. Full on the up, driven down the ground. It's safe and it's 4. It was in the air. It would have been caught if the mid-off was in place, I reckon. It would have gone right to him at the edge of the ring, but no mid-off. 4 more.
Now, that's really unusual for Markram, hitting down straight.
Yes.
He usually likes to hit square, and they've got the field really bogged up in that square position. But able to hit it very, very straight, just past Hazlewood. And he just says, not much movement, get the slip out.
Let's get the slip out and put one in. So they have brought the man in there at a wideish mid-off. 2 balls to come in the over. South Africa none for 8. Hazlewood in. Markram waits. This time defends, but he's able to jam down on it to point. Cautious does the fielding. They get a single.
Threw it into Carey, of course.
Yes.
For those that missed the very, very start.
Alex Carey.
He's in.
Late in.
Josh Inglis. He's unwell. So Carey just gets up there and ready to go. He was ready for the one-dayers, but slides in pretty seamlessly into this Australian team.
I wonder if it's a rotation thing, but I thought Nathan Ellis was a bit stiff as well. I think he did his role. I don't think he took a wicket the other night, but certainly a handy one to replace him with is Sean Abbott. You know what he can do in international cricket.
Yeah, and it will translate. He's international already, has been for ages, and he's just been in the wings in both long form Test cricket. His Shield cricket form is outstanding, has been for the best part of 5 or 6 years. He's ready to go, but just hasn't got the opportunities.
Left-handed Rickleton on strike to face the last ball. 71 in the first game. He defends the off stump line to cover and doesn't get a run. Good over for the South Africans. 9 off the first over. It's none for 9.
As a construction contractor, are you getting paid for the work you do? Let Security of Payment Act experts McMullen Construction Law assist you through the security of payment process. It's low cost and usually only takes between 1 to 2 days. Visit mcmullenconstructionlaw.com.
G'day, it's the Ox. If you have a family member, friend or work colleague struggling with addiction and you don't know what to do, call Cheryl at MyHab on 1300 190 370. She'll answer every question you have and find the right path to recovery. See myhab.com.au.
1 for 9 after 1. It'll be Glenn Maxwell to pick things up as he did the other night. So just a reminder as well, Game 3 in a couple of days' time. Only 300 tickets left for the Cairns T20. Hoping to sell it out. Tickets are available at cricket.com.au or Ticketek. So if you want to go up there to Cairns, you are... Well, you better get in quick.
Well, no surprise. It's sold out here. Both games absolutely packed here in Darwin.
Here's Maxwell over the wicket, bowling to Markram. Flicks this one to the leg stump line. It's turned on the leg side. They get back for 2. They'll do it pretty comfortably in the end. So the intent is clear early from South Africa. Trying to take the Aussie fielders on as much as possible.
And using the big, vast open spaces in that mid-wicket. That's Maxi trying to bluff the fact that the fielder had the ball. He did not. That's in the replay coming through. Thanks to the host broadcaster.
Maxwell in again. Floats outside the off-stump. Catches the call. Sliced it out to point where Travis Head gathered on one bounce. He's on the edge of the ring, Travis Head, so he's pressed back. It was an awkward shot. He was sort of playing off the front and back foot.
Yeah.
Was Aiden Markram. No run.
Spread legs across the crease. Tried to lift it over.
Maxi in. This one on the pads again. Couldn't turn it this time. And Alex Carey scampers off to do the fielding. No run.
He's above average, Glenn Maxwell, the way he bowls.
Gets through his overs quickly as well.
Yeah, he does. Puts them under pressure. He knows what's hard to hit.
Yeah.
And that's what he bowls. For an off-spinner early on with a new ball, very valuable.
1 for 11. Floats this one up down the wicket. Markram goes straight down to mid-on. Got a ricochet off the hand of Maxwell, so they will get a single. 1 for 12 now. Julian says, I'm feeling uncomfortable at the moment that Hazelwood doesn't have a wicket yet. He's only bowled the one over. Very good, Julian. 0433 98 11 16 to correspond with us throughout the night.
Julian's not getting greedy after Mitch Stark in the test match.
Yeah, exactly.
The last innings over there. 3 in his first over.
Yes. So around the wicket now, Maxwell will go with 2 balls to come. Rickleton, the left-hander, on strike. Maxi in. Again on the middle stump line. It's turned, but it's aerial momentarily. Cam Green does the fielding at mid-on, no run.
And Rickleton immediately says, oh, that stood up a bit. So the dew hasn't come in. He's batting on a wicket that takes a bit of grip and holds up a bit. It's not skidding straight onto the bat.
Last ball of the over, goes leg side again and worked off the hip from Rickleton. He'll retain the strike as Cam Green scampers around to do the fielding. Good over from Glenn Maxwell, just the 4 off. Threw his overs quickly. South Africa after 2, none for 13.
At Australian Outdoor Living, we've spent 20 years bringing backyard dreams to life. Now we're celebrating with 20% off outdoor blinds for a limited time only. Join the party. Book your free measuring quote today.
At Valvoline, being an original isn't about what you've done. It's about the things you do, the things you keep doing. Because an original doesn't just do something first. It never stops. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
South Africa none for 13. Aiden Markram 12 off 9. Ryan Rickleton just 1 off 3. It'll be Hazelwood to continue for his second over. It's good the other night. Bowled beautifully. But what else would you expect from Josh Hazelwood?
He doesn't miss.
No,
so that short third man, that short third man fielder comes up again, and the deep backward point, a wider third man. So a real modern way.
Hazelwood over the wicket. He'll angle across to the left-hander. Rickleton takes him downtown. Didn't get all of it. It'll bounce and check down at long on. Marshall will do the fielding. Didn't roll to the boundary, but they get back for 2. So first signs of them trying to take on the big Hoff. 1 for 15 now. Just the inner portion of the bat. Bat turned in his hand.
Yeah, we know what he wanted to do, but awkward length and maybe a bit of seam movement back in.
Yeah.
I think it's just holding up. He's just trying to adjust. He batted a lot through the innings in the second part where it's skidding on. Now it's holding up a bit.
Hazelwood in again. This one short. Oh, bang! This one's out of here. Clean as a whistle. You could hear it. That went 30 rows back to mid-wicket. Picked it up and dispatched it.
And the crowd didn't mind who did it. Rickleton did it. They cheered. They loved it just as much.
Took them about 16 overs to hit their first 6 in game 1. It's only taken them 3 this time. That was as clean as it comes. How about that?
Yeah, put it a long way back. Good 80 metres.
Off not going to be happy with that.
No.
So Rickleton 9 off 5 now. He's seeing them well. None for 21 South Africa. Hazelwood in, a short ball, just got under the bat as he tried to take the pull shot on. No run. Seeing him nicely, though, is Ryan Rickleton.
Yep.
Strikes it.
Skinning through
135.
Cross seam.
Oh, yeah.
That was the skilling that Rickleton is dangerous. He wants short pitch and generally stump height. He's looking to buoy that one like he did the ball before. But he's indicating, no, that's skidded through. And that's Hazelwood going cross seam and getting to skid and fire through a bit lower. So 2 out on the onside now. Deep backward square, deep mid-wicket. And a ring of 6 inside the circle on the offside. Cross seam again.
Rickleton waits. Last ball was 141 clicks. Full toss outside the off stump. Slice through for 4.
Gift.
Through backward point. Eyes lit up. Took full toll. 4 more.
Yeah, just floated that one up a bit, Hazelwood. And he felt it himself as he walked back. Just pushed that one out. Went for the Yorker. And he just helped to use the pace against him. Found the gap.
Just overcommitted there and overpitched. A lot of cricket trainings will be kicking off pre-season here in Australia tonight. Here's Hazelwood again. This one's dispatched out to mid-wicket, 1 bounce. Cautious does the fielding, so they take a single. 1 ball to come in the over.
You're spot on, yeah.
I know the great
last night.
The great Brighton Union Cricket Club. They're having their first session out in Moorabbin tonight, so good luck to the boys.
Are they in the nets now? Or?
They're in the indoor nets, they are, yeah. They all said that they would love to see me there, but I had a prior engagement.
I'm going north.
About the fact that I'm not playing this year either. So.
Yeah, well, that's true.
None for 26.
You've been a super dad.
Yes, well, trying. But everyone getting back into the swing of the cricket as well. It's great to have it back on the radio. 1 ball to come in the 3rd over. But a good one from a South African perspective. Hazelwood in. Markram this time. Picked up and belted. 6 over mid-wicket, and the catch in the crowd is beautiful as well.
Off the hip, help yourself, and he did. Just lifted it up, end of the over.
End of the over, a good one from the Proteas. After 3, it's none for 32.
Yes, IDD, loud and proud, turn it up. Yes, I have hot chips and 6 middies for dinner. And yes, I kick on after kick to kick. Say yes to cheap trips so you can do more. Say yes, IDD.
Intent from the South Africans to start this off. An old mate in the crowd is texting his friend saying, did you see me just catch that one in the crowd? So it'll be Ben Dwarshus. Proteas none for 32 off 3. I'll tell you what, I can't remember the last time Josh Hazelwood would have gone for 19 and an over. So it'll be the left armour to the left-hander. Now on the pads of Rickleton. Tried to work it down to find leg, but it comes off the pad. It'll be a leg by. Carey does the fielding. Just wait for the umpire's signal. Just indicating as well that it might have been a bit of a off-pace delivery.
Yeah, interesting first up where your slower ball first delivery can be really deceptive, particularly if you've got a fast arm slower ball, not if you slow down your whole action.
Yeah.
But it's quite crafty, that, Jim from Perth. Great to have you texting through.
Yes.
Just saying it's great to hear us up in Darwin. Well, for those in the southern states, sorry about your weather. It's 26 and beautiful up here.
Well, the texter makes a good point. How much training is happening? My boys training indoor tonight, so they will be all having a bowl on about. Dwarshus again on the hip. This time of Markram got a little bit big on him. Squirted out to cover. He does his own fielding this time. Does Dwarshus. They'll get another leg by. And for 34. 18 for Markram, Rickleton 14. You going around again this year, Bryce? Roll the arm over?
Yeah. And probably the Mornington boys are listening. They had their first session last night.
Did they?
And absent was one B McGain.
Yeah. Well, you do your best. You do your best work come sort of October 9 when round one comes around, you know? You're a busy man.
Do my better work at March when the finals are on.
Here's Dwarshus short, high on the bat. Tried to take on the pull shot. This should be out, gone. David takes the catch. Rickleton goes. And Dwarshus has the first wicket for the Aussies. Tried to pull it out to mid-wicket. Top edge. And the Aussies strike.
Clever setup by Dwarshus because he's gone slower ball. They're hard to get a read on it. That one was the quicker bumper that skidded through. And it just hurried on. It hurried on. It was high, got up on the stickers, and just found its way into the onside, inside the circle. And, well, Tim David in there with the easiest of catches.
Looked like he couldn't capture the pace there. It might have held up in the wicket a little bit, but he goes for 14 off 10. Tim David does a nice bit of fielding. 1 for 34 now. And it's time for maybe one of my new favourite cult heroes in world cricket, Luandre Pretorius, who didn't dazzle us with a big score in game 1, 14 off 9. But I'll tell you what, striking at about 126 in his early career at the moment. This kid could be anything.
He shows a lot. Left-hander. I said on Sunday, think Darren Lehman, and you've said add A.B. de Villiers with his shot stroke play and his ability to lift and turn and use his wrists powerfully. Darren Lehman was terrific at that as well. It was ahead of his time, Darren Lehman, in manipulating the ball around with good stroke play.
129 he's striking at for a 19-year-old in this format of the game. High score of 51. He made a test century recently. A big one as well. He's on straight now. Dwarshus into him on the off-stump line. Defends down the ground. No run. So there you go. There's one for our texter who can feel a little bit less trepidatious, if that's a real word. Was it Julian? It is Julian, yeah. I had a reason to be uncomfortable. The Hoff never gets smacked like this, he said.
Yeah, he got twitchy.
That's all right.
No wicket in his first over.
Enter Ben Dwarshus.
Yeah.
He does the rest. 1 for 34, 2 balls to come in the over. Dwarshus in. Pretorius tried to work it leg side. He got an inside edge onto his thigh. Ball rolls out to point. Owen tried to run him out. So they scamper through for 1. Nervous starter potentially. A couple of shots he wanted to... We mentioned the other night, he looks more of a leg side player than he is an offside player, and sometimes at the start of an innings you can just default into what feels more comfortable.
And it's a little unusual, his grip, and he's got a closed face, so that's and you're reading it right. They're the reasons why he looks more leg side and comfortable to work and pummel the ball through there, to be honest.
Last ball the over. Dwarshus now to Markram. Glorious shot, but can't beat Glenn Maxwell. Not many can. At cover, he's pressed back nicely on the ring. So a good over.
Outstanding.
Great over. 1 for 1 was the figures for Ben Dwarshus. Got Rickleton. South Africa 1 for 35.
I've seen all sorts of sheds in my time, but if you're after a shed, you'd better get moving because the price of steel is heading up. Best Sheds is a family-owned business that have the best sheds with a 20-year manufacturer's warranty. They stand by the quality and durability of their sheds for your peace of mind. So come on, team, let's hit the sheds before we get hit by the price rise. Best Sheds, 100% Australian-owned and manufactured. Visit bestsheds.com.au.
Great to have you with us. If you're joining us for the first time and thinking, gee whiz, there's cricket on in August, well,
you better believe it.
You better believe it, absolutely. There's cricket on from now until December and January with the Ashes. Maxwell, and again, using his feet this time, Pretorius. He tries to hoist him down the ground, but he can't get it out. So no run.
He skipped his way down and ended up yorking himself.
He did.
So there was a ball that Maxwell flighted a bit, got it to drop.
Maxie around the wicket. This time on the leg stump line, down to sweep. Top edges it. This should be out. Backing back. Oh, Zampa's dropped it.
Never looked like it.
No, he didn't. He was uncomfortable underneath it down at fine leg. Came in. He was wobbly. Went to one knee and he let it through his fingers. And now a chance for Pretorius. Just scooped it down there.
He never looked like he was sort of running it around. He was late to get into position.
He's not the greatest outfielder, Adam Zampa.
No, he dropped one the other night as well.
Yeah. So they got back for 2 on that.
Like, you can't all just be one-dimensional. You've got to keep adding with your fielding. And I know he's disappointed. No one means to drop catches, but, you know, it is the moment to step in.
This time, oh, bang! Pretorius makes him pay! He might have hit the roof. He has! Yes. Anything Tim David can do, I can do better. Down on one knee, connected with it beautifully. And there's the power we were talking about of Luandre Pretorius.
Well,
what a glorious cricket shot.
He's not here for a picnic. He's here to get on with it. And he tried to, got a top edge. Should have been out the ball before. And you don't reckon Maxwell's steaming under that?
He plays leg side of the ball, and that was right in his hitting zone. Down on one knee to slog sweep, and he knew it as soon as it left the bat. Maxie and him exchanging a few words as well.
Well, I think he's wanting to exchange them with his fielding support that he got. But he has launched that a mile. It might take a while to find this one. I don't think...
So Tim David hit it on that exact same roof the other night. And now Pretorius, the 19-year-old. Look at that. Every replay you will look at looks better and better. One of the great shots in world cricket.
It is down on one knee, the slog sweep. And he got down. It wasn't a hoik. It was just get down low and lift it away. And Alex Carey doing his best to bring him back into the game, Glenn Maxwell, because
it's one way to make the most of your chance, isn't it?
A couple of side eyes at Zampa it was.
9 off 5. Pretorius, will he go again? No, he yorked himself this time and just happy to turn it out to square leg for 1. I told you he could play. He's going to be some sort of player, and he's only 19 years old. Luandre Pretorius. He made 150 on Test debut against Zimbabwe.
Not a bad start.
Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all.
That's exceptional.
It is. Maxwell over the wicket to Markram, using his feet, punches it down the ground, gone. Owen was waiting. He was pressed on the edge of the ring, and Maxie's fired up. He finally got one. Wanted to use his feet to scoop it down the ground. Didn't get all of it, and hit it straight down the throat, Aiden Markram, of Mitch Owen. And the Aussies strike again.
Well, he hit it clean, just couldn't get under it. And as I said, Maxie knows what to bowl that's hard to hit. Pretorius got him, but he is just frothing at the mouth.
He was.
As he celebrated that wicket.
He absolutely was. So Markram goes for 18 off 13. 2 4s and a 6 in that. South Africa are 2 for 44. 1 ball to come in the over. This is just good. Australia able to peg them back when they look like they might get going. Now it's Duvall Brevis who comes to the crease.
They'll keep trying to press on here. 7 balls remain in this power play. The last of all the fielding restrictions.
So Brevis, just 2 runs the other night. Looked a little bit at sea. An interesting shot to get out. We know how good he can be, though. 291s for Cape Town in the SA20 this season. High score of 73. Strikes at about 177. So he's no mug with the bat. But Maxie was absolutely frothing at the mouth. 2 for 44. He's a passionate man. I love it. I love it.
Hi, Max. Well, he's putting everything into every game he plays. He's retired from one-day international cricket. And so he wants this World Cup badly and he wants to perform.
Brevis on strike, floated up on the middle stump line. It's a good ball from Glenn Maxwell to finish it off. A wicket and 9 off the over for Glenn Maxwell. South Africa after 5, 2 for 44.
No one wins more premierships against electricity bills than Crowell's Electrical and Solar. Crowell's are helping everyday Aussies kick savings goals by smashing rising energy costs with a brand new solar power system. Crowell's Electrical and Solar specialise in no-hassle installations, marking down your energy bills with first-class service and ongoing expert system maintenance. To power up your savings and win big with lower energy bills, Google Crowell's Electrical and Solar today. That's CROWLZ.
Let's have a look at the replay of the Pretoria 6. 107 metres that went onto the roof here at Marara, I should say.
Yeah.
Carrara's on the Gold Coast. Dwarshus in and hit him on the pad. Works it out to the leg side. On to 2, but they won't get it.
Brevis shutting it down. And fair enough, but you don't want to take those sort of risks. Another leg by off Dwarshus.
He's had a couple.
Yes, 3 of them. Just showing that he's a little tricky to pick up and he's just mixing up his paces and wobble seam and just moving his wrists. That time, more of a leg spin sort of cut on the ball, a leg cutter. And he's got the off-cutter delivery, the cross seam and seam up because he can get them through regulation.
So 2 for 45, Brevis on strike. Dwarshus in, full, driven. Slices it to point, no run.
Another cutting delivery, which is hard to read. They've summed it up pretty well because some are gripping and Rickleton, who's back in the sheds, he got 14 off 10. But he was struggling with the ball just holding up. He batted later in the evening with the ball skidding on and it was really nice batting conditions to chase on Sunday night. But it's a little bit different and Dwarshus has summed all that up quickly and he's bowling his cutters and mixing it up.
Get to get on off strike. Here's Brevis. Beautiful drive. That is glorious down the ground. It won't go to the fence, but I tell you what, it will go to the fence. Oh, that is a magnificent cricket shot. He stood up on his front foot and punched it down the ground, through mid-off.
Oh, no.
And Tim David's hurt his shoulder here or his collarbone, sliding to try and stop that. It's 4 runs anyway, but that shot from Brevis, I tell you what.
Oh, he's timed the undies off it. That's what he has done. With minimal effort, just gone straight drive, past the stumps. Tim David thought, I'll get this. Oh, hang on, it's just beat me in the circle. I'll get it before it goes down there because he's put nothing into this.
Yeah.
He just escorted it all the way down. And some concern there, Mitch Marsh, as he went to dive and flick it back, he couldn't do so and hit the rope. But just rolling onto his right shoulder, bit ginger.
Nice way to get off the mark. Brevis this time defends, no run. You can just see he's got all the mechanics of a very, very good cricketer, Diovald Brevis.
Technically really sound, really balanced, lean athletic type. So I know that a lot of people haven't seen these players before. So think your A.B. de Villiers sort of style. You know, if you're looking at, we haven't seen the creativity yet.
So Tim David just goes off the ground. Sorry to cut you off there, Bryce.
Yeah, get some treatment.
Yep, he'll get some treatment. So 2 balls to come in the over. That's a worry if he can't hold a bat later on. Matt Kuhneman, the sub-fielder. 2 balls to come in the over. 2 for 49. Brevis waits. Again defends from the crease. No run. Out to cover.
And even with that shot there, Brevis, he waits for the ball really late. It's right under his eyes and just tried to manoeuvre it to a gap.
Yeah.
Even on a straightish defence. But no, he looks a very talented player. Hopefully we see a bit of him tonight. Not too much damage from an Aussie perspective. No. But I'd like to see more of him.
Absolutely. So another one who's just young in his career. This is 9th T20, 22 years old. Diovald Brevis. Last ball the over. Brevis this time plays from the crease again. Squares it up to point. They do get 1 to finish the over. So nice battle ensuing. Dwarshus has just got the figures of 1 for 6. South Africa are 50's up after the power play. They are 2 for 50.
You've seen Trojan tools on the block. The same tools trusted by the blockheads for the toughest DIY challenges. Built tough, built to last, and built for everyday DIYers. But the real game winner, Trojan offers a broad range of quality tools you can trust, backed by lifetime warranty. Whatever the task, Trojan tools are up for the job. Trojan, tools built tough. Available in store or online at Bunnings Warehouse.
2 for 50. What'd you make of the power play there, Bryce? 6 overs gone. It's sort of a nice platform to build.
Evenly balanced,
Yes,
I suppose. 2
yeah.
for 50. They didn't blow it out of the park, but they did very well.
Maxwell
8 and over.
Back, and this one down the ground from Brevis. He got a hold of this. It's high into the sky, and it's over for 6. It was full step hit, and he got a whole lot of that.
It went high. That is for sure. So he probably hit it a bit higher than he wanted to. The ball was way outside his eye line.
Yep.
Maxwell now has gone over the wicket that he can have 5 fielders outside. We're past the power play. But he took it on. He didn't get all of it, but it went far enough.
This time forces him back, squared up.
Looking for the 2.
Pushing
into the
leg
mid-wicket.
side. They'll come back for 2. Confusion. Oh, direct hit would have been close.
Yeah, no, gone.
So Brevis was sent back by Pretorius. They didn't take the second in the end with Abbott coming around in the deep.
Talking about athletes.
Yeah. Abbott fired in, and let's have a look here as Brevis stumbled. He would have been gone had he got a direct hit.
Yep.
They get 1 to the total.
It hit where the pitches are just like, they're dropped in here, and it hit the area 2 metres away that is like a bit of an up ramp. And it just took off over the top of the stumps. Anything flatter, it would have been right on line.
So he's got 2 back on the leg side, 2 on the offside. Around the wicket to Pretorius.
Hold.
Ace ball swatted that one. It was short enough where he got back. Swat that one back to Maxi, but no run.
Gripped in the wicket a bit. So that one really spun hard down the seam. With 5 fielders out, he can change his bowling style, a bit more attacking.
Yeah, he's on the leg stump line this time, down to sweep, and can't beat Zampa at short, fine leg, Pretorius.
So as a
run
spinner in the power play,
Yep.
he's looking to be a bit more defensive because he's got the field up. He can be a bit more attacking. 5 fielders out, he can start to rip it down the seam, and that's what Max was trying to do here.
2 balls to come. Pretorius using his feet, got jammed up a little bit, he's gone. He didn't even try and get back.
He couldn't.
What is going on there? And Maxi gives him an earful on the way off. Pretorius used his feet, clamped down on it, it squirted back to Alex Carey, who did the rest from a diving position. And now Pretorius goes. He didn't even attempt to get back.
No, he was a long way gone because his momentum had taken him a long way forward, and he'd played the ball and taken 2 or 3 more strides. And although Alex Carey's rolling around in the sandpit down there, scurrying around, he did extract the ball and then was able to put it back on the stumps.
Pretorius goes for 10 off 10, run out by Carey.
I'm pretty sure Carey would like that to be a stumping.
Yeah.
But it's in as an unassisted run out.
I just, players usually, and I know he was pressed forward, but they would usually attempt to just at least throw themselves back. But he didn't, he just walked off. I think he knew. So Pretorius goes. South Africa lose their 3rd wicket.
That's an odd one.
Coming the over. Yeah, it was odd. And Maxi, I tell you what. Where were you on that one, he said. So Maxwell's got 2 wickets now. He's fired up. I haven't seen him.
He's got 1 wicket. It was a run out, remember?
Sorry, run out, yes.
But in his over and just
I thought it was a stumping too.
Well, he's asking Pretorius, where were you going?
Where were you going?
Yeah.
Just the umpire getting a running repair here as well.
Credit to Maxwell in the deceptiveness of the delivery that forced the run out in the end. But
so 3 for 57 now, Bryce. 1 ball to come in the 7th over. Maxi has 1 for 20 off his nearly 3 overs. Ben Dwarsh just 1 for 6 off 2. Josh Hazelwood's copped a bit of tap. 1 for 28 off 2 overs. So it was interesting. He inside edged it onto his pad, and it obviously rolled back to Alex Carey, who was on the edge of the wicket, had to dive himself back to the off stump. Keepers love those. Easy as you like. All right. So now Tristan Stubbs, who put up a good bit of resistance with Ryan Rickleton the other night. 37 matches, average of 29, strike rate of 135, 707 runs for the 24-year-old. He's got a best of 76 in T20 cricket. Experienced enough to hold his bat here. Maxi in, over the wicket. Floated up outside the off stump, defended to cover, no run. Good over from Glenn Maxwell. He's through 3. It's the 7 and the wicket off that. 3 for 57 after 7, South Africa.
Looking for your next fishing weapon? Bar Crusher is Australia's leading fishing boat builder. That's because Bar Crusher boats lead the industry in design excellence and quality to ensure they produce the most advanced plate aluminium fishing boats on the market. Get your ultimate fishing weapon in 2025. Find Bar Crusher boats at Bar Crusher Melbourne on Quality Drive, Dandenong, or build your dream boat online at barcrusher.com.au.
Sean Abbott into the attack. His first time getting a run in this series, and what a career he's had. 25 matches, 30 wickets, average of 23, a best of 4 for 31. His economy rate's 9. He's got all the tricks with bat and ball, Sean Abbott. So Divold Brevis is 12 off 8. He's on strike, full on the off stump. A little bit of movement there, but a nice drive on the up from Brevis. Again, full face of the bat. Got it past Marsh, and they do get 1. Brings Stubbs back on strike. Takes us through, Bryce. We love the correspondent. 0433 98 11 16. It's great to have cricket back on the wireless. Catch every ball of India's White Ball Tour of Australia. 3 ODIs, 5 T20s right here on SEN across October and November. SEN, your home of cricket. We'll have the Big Bash for you. We'll have the Ashes. Doesn't get much better than that, Bryce.
How good's that Ashes series going to be?
Frothing at the mouth, a little bit like Glenn Maxwell.
Going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Lead up.
It feels like it's going to be one of the spicier Ashes series we've had. Decent memory. Abbott in over the wicket. On the pads, worked nicely by Stubbs. Down to fine leg, rolling away. The fielder comes in. Hazelwood able to stop it just a metre in from the rope. And they just get 2.
Hazelwood sliding in to second base down there.
Yes.
Comfortable double for the batsman. And on the slide. So Stubbs looking neat and tidy once again, straight away. Good foot movement to work that ball away fine.
Brevis is 13 off 9. Stubbs on strike. He's 2 off 2. South Africa 3 for 60 in the 8th over. Abbott in. Stubbs waits on the back foot. Cuts through cover. Times it nicely, but Dwarshuis set back on the fence. So just the 1. If you're just joining us, great to have you with us. 2 changes for both sides. Josh Inglis is out ill. Alex Carey comes into the lineup from outside the squad. Nathan Ellis replaced by Sean Abbott. George Linder and Senran Muthusamy, the 2 omissions from the South African lineup. Brought in Rassi van der Dussen. And Kaba Peter comes in for his first action. Abbott again tried to take on the pull shot. No run. 3 for 61. Are we talking around that 180 they want as a platform for them? Put the pressure back on Australia?
I think they're finding out that, and I think all things being equal, and a wicket that's sliding on, you're probably looking at that, and they'll need that to test the Australians. But I think they're finding out the wicket's a bit of a challenge because it is holding up on the seam, and the cutters are a bit hard to hit. Dwarshuis has exposed that a bit.
Abbott into Brevis on the off-stump line. Again, pushed it. This time a misfield, though. Direct hit. That'll be close. That'll be really close.
Direct hit at the striker's end.
So Stubbs was running to the striker's end. Looked like they were reasonably comfortable, and then the direct hit came. And this is out, I reckon.
Well, they went on the misfield, and Stubbs no one had really anticipated the run except Brevis had anticipated it and called straight away, but Stubbs was caught napping. He's come back
Thank you. Keep going. Replay will be interesting. It's close. It's close. He's just
One
back.
frame back, please.
Only just though, Bryce.
Thank you. Next frame.
Yeah, he's got the point of his bat down just over the line.
Thank you. That's all I need to see. Ready to make my decision.
What?
Big stretch, though.
About an inch and a half, 2 inches, I don't know.
He didn't dive.
Not out. So he's lucky.
Just made it.
I'll tell you what. From
are you talking inches?
No. Well,
how old are you?
I don't know. I'm not great. I shouldn't go.
Like
I shouldn't
60 or 70 or
I
something?
shouldn't delve into those areas. I get in trouble when I do that. I get in trouble when I do those things.
The only thing you can do in feet and inches is height.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
6'2". Everyone gets that, and they know how to.
I like to do things differently, to be honest. Matty better
That's
not
what we
cut
love
that
about
up.
you.
Last ball, the over. Stubbs on strike this time. Works it to the leg side. Takes a single. No harm done this time. So, good over from Abbott. His first just went for 6. South Africa after 8. 3 for 63.
G'day, Dave. How's business?
Great. Work's coming in, but I'm getting a lot of requests for jobs over 10 grand, and I don't have my builder's registration yet. I just don't know where to start.
Give Master Builders Victoria a call. They run a support program helping builders get their registration. It helped me get mine.
Need help with your builder's registration application? Call Master Builders Victoria to find out how their member support program can help you. Call 9411 4555 or visit nbav.com.au. RTO 3935.
3 after 8. Brevis 14, Stubbs 4, and now we're going to get a bit of Adam Zampa for the first time. He was slow to get going the other night, Zampa. Ended up taking a big wicket late, a couple of big wickets late.
I think he battled with the wet conditions later in the evening, so this might suit him, although it's starting to come in now, the dew. But struggled to grip the ball and really give it a dangerous rip. Was good. His last over was great. 2 wickets.
Bowling to Stubbs. Zampa over the wicket. Floats it up outside the off stump. He gets low and he cuts hard. Out to backward point. Beat the infield. They'll get 2 pretty comfortably. Stubbs nearly lapped his teammate there. It's quick between the wickets, Tristan Stubbs. Part of their World Test Championship winning side. Played 10 Test matches, 9 ODIs. More prolific in this format of the game, though, is 37th T20 International. He's on strike again, floated up outside the off stump, drives. Just pushes at this one this time and takes the single. Brings Brevis back on strike. Yes, Muzza.
Thanks.
I am aware. It's okay. He has trouble with measurements, says Muzza. I do.
I do know the story too, Muzza.
Yes.
Yep, you're right.
I hope Pickers wasn't listening. I hope Pickers wasn't listening to that one. Anyway, that'll probably get a run on Saturday. 3 for 66, Brevis. 14 off 11. He got back cutting. It was close to the off stump. Tim David back on the ground, which is good to see. No run.
He's still a bit sore on that right arm. He had to dive there a bit and put the arm down, and it's through a grimace and gritted teeth that he's fielding that one.
3 balls to come in the over. Zampa just 3 runs off so far. Gets leg side this time. Brevis takes him down the ground. He's got a hold of it. It's 6. Of course. He was dancing around at the crease, and it was a fluent cricket shot.
Well, he just put the back leg a long way behind him, because I think he wanted to force Zampa to bowl into his leg side so he could sweep him away. Zampa didn't go for it, but he was nearly back on when he played the shot. He got the length he wanted outside off and hit it over long off.
It was a new stump line.
A really good shot. Clean strike again. Free swing of the bat.
We mentioned how dangerous he could be. Does he go again? Zampa, he gets leg side again. Cuts in the air. Doesn't beat the fielder. Good fielding by Travis Head. They get 1, but Head saved a couple more.
And notable on that as well, that was the fielding position, the square of the 2 backward points that we had Tim David in.
It was sliced to backward point.
So Trav had said, no, I'll go into that hot spot, and they're looking to hide Tim David somewhere.
1 ball to come in the over. Stubbs is 7, Brevis 21. South Africa 3 for 73. Stubbs waits. Floated up outside the off stump. Just pushed at it with the full face of the bat. No run. As Travis Head gathers again. at point. Good over from Adam Zampa, just 10 off, 3 for 73 after 9.
It's Sam Edmund here. Many people do amazing work in this country and we never ever hear about it. Until now. Recently, I visited the Nucleus Network, the global leader in Phase 1 medical trials, working on medical advancements to help save and improve lives of everyday Australians. You can too. Nucleus Network invites you to take part in upcoming medical trials. If eligible, you'll be compensated for your time and commitment. For details, search Nucleus Network or watch the video of my visit on SEN TV.
South Africa 3 for 73 after 9 overs. Wickets to fall. Aiden Markram out for 18. Ryan Rickleton for 14. And Luandre Pretorius run out. Well, here it says stumped, but in fact, they might have given him the stumping. Initially, it said run out. I reckon they've given him the stumping. So Glenn Maxwell actually does have 2 wickets now, 2 for 20. We initially thought it was a run out, but they've squared that up.
I guess he wasn't attempting a run, though, was he? He sort of went to go back and it was all done and dusted.
Abbott again, over the wicket, downtown. Oh, that was the look away. That was the look away 6. The arrogance, but the brilliance from Brevis. Kept his head down as soon as he struck the ball. Oh, that was glorious. That is unbelievable.
Well, that's keeping your eye on the contact point. And it's a training drill to keep your head down, not look where you're going to hit the ball. And he kept it, he held it.
Wow.
He felt it and went, okay, I'll look up now as the ball is 70 metres away.
Yeah. Clean hitter of the ball, Duvald Brevis, 27 off 15.
3 sixes.
Yeah. 6 off the first ball. Does he go again to Abbott? This time along the carpet. Glorious. Through the offside, away for 4. Nailed it through backward point. And this kid can play.
Force the width. And then his fast hands playing the ball late. Fast hands generates great speed off the bat. And Maxwell tried his best. Yeah, big diving effort. But he did him with pace off the bat, that real snap of the wrists. Beautiful batting.
Tell you what he does. He swings hard.
Yep.
And when he connects, they go.
But it's balanced.
Yeah, it is.
Not off balance swinging hard.
He's on 31 now. This one dug into the wicket this time. Takes on the pull shot. This will be close. Is it caught? No.
Oh, what a great
Mitch
effort.
Owen threw 1 mid out at mid-wicket. Wasn't able to reel it in. So Brevis survives. It's a long boundary out there on the leg side at mid-wicket. They get 2.
So he tried the pull shot. So he's kept it up on length. That got hit over the top. Width got hit through the offside. Short pitch, hung around in the air a bit. Mighty effort by Owen.
Well.
Full body length dive. Couldn't get to it. But showing good intent in the outfield. Lost a bit of bark off the elbow as he slid across the outfield.
So Brevis, 33 off 17.
Well, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, I am as well. Putting on a show. 3 for 85, South Africa. Abbott in. Brevis on strike. Plays from the crease this time. Off the back foot, punches it to cover. They were both on the same page. Took a single very quickly. 2 balls to come in the over.
So he's a very good, technically correct batter. His look away 6 down the ground. Technically full face going through, eyes down on contact point. Then through the offside.
Just trying to think of the former West Indian who played for the Stars in the last couple of years. He was a big look-away sixer. He was, we'll get the name, but he was with them for a season. Not Dre Russ. Was it Dre Russ? We'll have a look at that. This time back of a length. Outside the off stump. They take a single. Stubbs moves to 8. 1 ball to come in the over. And I'll tell you what, he was a big hitter. It's just eluding my mind right now. 3 for 87. 1 ball to come in the over. Great to have Clinton on board, working the night shift tonight. Great listening so far. Would love for the South Africans to get around 200 and set up a great chase. Clinton says also 1 inch equals about 2.5 centimetres for those that are wondering. Thank you, Clinton. Great to have you on board. Abbott, last ball of the over, short. It was dragged from the outside the off stump. It'll fall safe at square leg. The ball landed in the ring. Travis Head was at more of a mid-wicket and couldn't catch up with it. Good over from South Africa. Diavolt Brevis going nicely. The partnership's 31. South Africa after 10. We're going to have a drink 3 for 88.
For the hottest hot party you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream AmbiHeat, the advanced energy-saving heat pump that's made in Australia.
Install a Ream.
Accept nothing less than Australia's best.
Zampa into the attack. We found out that former West Indian who played for the Stars, Andre Fletcher. I remember watching him do a look-away 6 at the MCG, and I thought that is a thing of beauty, but also degree of difficulty high.
Yeah, 6 at the MCG square.
Yeah,
it was over mid-wicket.
Yep. It's getting my juices flowing for the Big Bash this year. Bryce McGain, you'll be involved. You and myself. And
one thing that's not
Tommy
good,
Morris.
Tim David walking off the field again, shoulder.
Zampa taken downtown. Brevis gave himself some room. Long 6.
Didn't sound good off the blade.
No.
Sounded like a real miss hit, and I think Zampa thought he's right in the play. He's got Glenn Maxwell down at long on, the best outfield catcher there is in the free world. So he knew he was a chance. You could hear the clunk on the replay there. But you know what? It was enough to get over Maxi, and he got 6 by a couple of metres.
He's putting on a show, Diavolt Brevis. He's getting the leg side of the ball, just about every ball. So maybe that's just his platform, off his back foot. Gives him a nice, stable base.
Look out. Stable base, and it could generate some real power because he's really rotating through the shot. Interesting technique, but it is allowing him to hit with power down the ground. He's launching 6s for fun here.
Zampa over the wicket outside the off stump. Oh, he wanted a piece of it, but it was wide, and the umpire agreed. Yes, he let it go outside the tram tracks.
Well, it goes to show he's just not relentlessly swinging at the ball. He's loaded up. It's out there. No, I can let that go. I'll take the wide because it's an extra ball. We get the run, and I can really hammer him on the 7th ball of the over.
Zampa in again. This one outside the off stump again. Back cutting. Sliced it through point. Kuhnemann doing the fielding out there at point. Did nicely to pick up, gather, and throw in one motion. And Brevis gets back for a couple. 43 off 21. It's now his highest score in T20 international cricket for Diavolt Brevis.
Well, Matt Kuhnemann is showing maybe as 12th man. Watch me, I can really feel diving, somersault, up to his feet, hammered it in, showing a bit with the field.
So this guy's got a lot to like about him. 22-year-old South African. Zampa in again. Again, he slices out to backward point where Kuhnemann does the fielding for a single. So you can see the power that he's got with those ones that he's hit down the ground, but he's also got a bit of poise and technique to just nudge it around for 1s and 2s and hit the field.
Yeah, hit particularly out to the sweepers. Hasn't been caught up inside the circle, so he's finding gaps. He's got a power game that's straight. So interesting field here with Zampa. There are 3 behind point, open cover.
Floats it up on a middle stump line. It's driven along the carpet out to cover. Just one.
So nicely. They know that Stubbs is good hitting inside out over cover, so that's the field that they have for those type of players. So Zampa knew that immediately. Swing back into more regulation for Brevis, although we probably need him a bit deeper at long on, long off the way he's hitting the ball at the moment. 3 for 99, 2 balls to get out of the over for Zampa.
1 for 21 off his nearly 2 overs. Leg side of the ball again, and this one, we got a bottom edge. Stubbs was taking off at the non-striker's end, but he was sent back. So no run.
It's one of those ones hard to read on the under edge. It's just bobbling.
Yeah.
And it's just trickling away the keeper on the hustle out. So, no, they decide against it. So here's your 7th ball. He bowled the wide.
Yeah. You like to call it the GST ball?
Well, it is. Yeah. We're adding value, and sometimes it goes for plenty. Occasionally it gets a wicket. Let's find out.
Brevis on 44. He waits. This one, again a bottom edge. Nearly chopped it on. He was in 2 minds, and very nicely bowled there by Adam Zampa. Brevis 44. Stubbs on 9. After 11 overs, South Africa 3 for 99.
Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles.
National Tiles now supply and install timber, laminate, vinyl and hybrid flooring. Yes, National Tiles now supply and install timber, laminate, vinyl and hybrid flooring. And we guarantee you a perfect job on time every time by our highly skilled installers. So for a free supply and installation quotation in your home, call National Tiles now.
Great to have Chris with us off the text. Fletcher, the Spice Man.
That's
they call
right.
him, Andre Fletcher. Space Man. He was a good operator. Like all West Indian cricketers are.
From Grenada.
Grenada, yeah.
Yeah, that is the Spice Isle, and we did go there. We went to the Spice Market, where he got his nickname from.
Maxwell in over the wicket to Stubbs, turns it leg side from an off-stump line down to Kuhneman at come off the fence at long on.
Which makes for a odd nickname, to be perfectly honest. The Spice Man. Like,
maybe he's got a few, herbs and spices that he's got in his batting game.
Bit of nutmeg.
Yeah. Did you test any of the spices over there?
That's what it's famous for. Nutmeg production out of Grenada.
There you go.
Yep.
3 for 100 up now.
There's about 100 stalls. They're all selling it exactly the same way.
He took a bit home through customs, no doubt. Down the ground.
Gone again.
It's time from Brevis. What a way to bring up your 50. His first in T20 international cricket. A rising star of the future for the Proteas. Brevis, 50 off 25. South Africa, 3 for 106. And he's putting on a clinic now, Diovold Brevis.
Well, Judge Smiles will look at this and say, I like the cut of your jib. And that's exactly what he's doing. He is showing international cricket, this is what I can do. They didn't get into the 6 hitting in the first game. Now they are. They are all over it. They've seen the value of it. There's a lot of 4s, plenty of 6s now.
Oh, Maxi went with the leg spinner. It was a full toss, dispatched over square leg. And Brevis is having none of that from Maxi. He tried a little carom ball. It was a floater, hip height, and it was put away for 6.
Here's a little something I've been working on in the nets, and it got launched. It ended up being a full toss, didn't come down, didn't have landing authority. Bit of a knuckleball, actually. It didn't have a lot of spin on it, but it got met.
Can he go again? He can.
Oh,
down
man,
the ground. There might be a man, no. Oh, it's dropped. It's dropped. Kuhneman's dropped it.
Oh, dear,
One bounce for. And this is an expensive over now for Glenn Maxwell. Kuhneman came rushing in off the fence, got underneath it, hit the tips of his fingers, burst through, and it rolled away for 4.
Wrong man, wrong spot. That's where you need your Mitch Owen. You need your
Glenn Maxwell. He needs to be able to do it all.
He needs to be there, but they often have Green in that spot as well.
Yeah.
He went up like a centre half forward and spilt it.
2 to go. Brevis, this one, don't even worry about it. 6 more down the ground. He's in a mood. Diovold Brevis emerging right in front of our eyes. He moves to 66 off 28. And this is an expensive over for Glenn Maxwell. 1 ball to come in it. 1, 6, 6, 4, 6. Wow. I tell you what, he's hitting a lot down the ground. Does he go again? He tried to. It was more traditional along the deck this time. Squirts off the hand of Maxwell.
Superb batting. What an over.
Yeah, what an over. There was plenty off it. 18.
24.
24.
Yeah.
Wow. Diovold Brevis is 67 off 29. 3 for 123, South Africa.
Number 1 Fertility. Understand that fertility care is personal. Whether you're exploring egg freezing or starting IVF, your journey deserves expert support and compassion. Their doctor-led clinic offers science-backed treatment with a holistic touch, supporting your body and mind through every step. From advanced medical options to acupuncture and nutrition, Number 1 Fertility blend wellness with excellence. Take control of your fertility journey today. Book your initial bulk build IVF or egg freezing consultation with Number 1 Fertility. Fertility reimagined.
So 3 4s and 7 6s for Brevis. 67 off 29 deliveries. His first T20 international 50, and he's gone on with it now. And I tell you what, there's enough time for him here to continue on, Bryce. Look at the wagon with it. He's hitting beautifully down the ground. Full face of the bat. He's on stroke now. Hazelwood back into the attack. Takes him on. It was short. It was outside the off stump. He dragged it out to Glenn Maxwell at mid-wicket. Just 1 this time.
Well, suddenly the acceleration has come in this innings and they are set to really push something over 200, which we did get a text about that, hoping that would happen.
That was from Clinton.
Yeah, he's working the night shift. Great listening so far. Thanks for tuning in. We'd love the South Africans to get around 200 to set up a great chase. Well, it's looking every bit of 200. And if Brevis stays there, it could go north of that.
Big shout out to those on their way home from their first cricket trainings right around the country. Pre-season in full swing. Stubbs takes the full toss from outside the off stump. Squirts it out to cover. Just a single.
A few blokes, just as they put their hands on the steering wheel, feeling muscles they haven't felt for a long time. They've probably bowled a bit.
A couple of side muscles that are
back of the armpit.
Sore,
Give that a grab now. Give that a bit of a poke. I bet you're feeling that. Your back.
Shoulders.
Yep. Probably someone's copped a bit of a lick with the ball too.
You know what would happen?
The inner thigh.
You know what would happen tonight? The inner thigh. And if you're not wearing, even if you are wearing the inner thigh pad,
it misses it.
Yeah, you'll always get hit on the flesh. That's the first pre-season training back. You always just inside edge one into a place. You know, the inner knee. So good luck if anyone's on the way home and's copped a bit of punishment tonight. Using his feet outside the leg stump, flicks it off his toes nicely.
The draw shot.
Dug it out. It was a full Yorker on the leg stump. He walked leg stump of the ball and he just had to dig it out, squirted down to fine leg for 4.
Well, Hazelwood followed him. He wanted some room. So Hazelwood, no, I'm not going to give you that. So he nailed it. Yorker, spot on.
Through the legs.
The draw shot gets it down to fine leg for 4. Hazelwood going round the park, which is very unusual. But he's been expensive as Hazelwood. This is 2.3. He's gone for 34.
Full toss outside the off stump. Smacked along the carpet. Does it beat the fielder? No. Owen did well. Diving just in front of the rope. Keeps it to 2. And Brevis, he moves along to 74 now off 32 balls. 3 for 131 South Africa. Just losing his length here a little bit is Josh Hazelwood.
He's a good striker. Just watching the replay, how late he plays it, and he's watching that hitting zone. He watches the ball, or he watches his bat hit the ball, and it's so valuable. Even in this game, sometimes we just swing like mad, us mere mortals. This is how to do it consistently, brilliantly.
2 balls left in the over. Brevis waits deep in his crease, short, top edge, down to fine leg, 1 bounce, 4. So he's playing the averages at the moment. They don't have a fielder back on the fence. Safe shot for him in the end. Tried to pull it out to square leg. Big top edge and rolled away to the boundary for 4 more.
Well, what he's done with his grip, as he's gone to play that shot, he's really opened the face. So he's hit it, and he knows with an open face, if it top edges it and goes up the ramp, it'll go fine. This is a clever player. Hazelwood sort of go, gee, you're lucky. No, that's execution. And this guy is a serious talent. He's now striking 236.
Hazelwood going none for 40 off his 3 overs. And this one short and met over mid-wicket. 6 more.
This is unbelievable.
That's exactly what he was trying to do the ball before. And Brevis moves into the 80s in style. 3 for 141 off 13. Brevis 84. Stubbs 11. Hazelwood none for 46 off 3. On August 28, legends of our game run out onto the field at Marvel Stadium for an epic comeback. It's the 4 and 20 Legends game, helping raise money and awareness, all towards helping protect Aussie legends from prostate cancer. Stand up with our AFL legends. Don't miss this chance to see them in action once again. The 4 and 20 Legends game, August 28 at Marvel Stadium. First bounce, 7:30 p.m. Tickets on sale now from legendsgame.com.au. So, Bryce, you were just talking in the ad break. Yeah, a few words to say. We've got a player here.
Oh, yeah.
He is going to burst onto the scene.
Technically really sound, very balanced. Free swing of the bat, real wrist snap at the point of contact. He is a dangerous, dangerous player. Zampa back into the attack now.
He's bowling to Stubbs, who's the forgotten man. He's on 11. He's just playing the sheet anchor roll, gets back and pushes this down to mid-off just for 1.
Just get out of the way and hand over the strike. You've got a hot bat at the other end.
Bit like what he did the other night. for Stubbs.
Yes. So he's working with Rickleton in that partnership on Sunday night, and he played a good supporting role before opening up his own game. He's 12 off 12. He just needs to keep handing over to Brevis here. He's got an answer for all the players. If Zampa goes step hit now, it's going straight back over his head.
3 for 142. Still plenty of time and plenty of runs available. Brevis is 84. He gets offside of the ball this time. He tried to belt it out through square leg. Bottom edged it onto his foot. No run.
And the anticipation here is terrific. He got deep in his crease, knowing that Zampa is not going to go to step hit.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned it. He's going to get it into the wicket. So he's already set back super deep, wanting to put him over mid-wicket with a vertical pull shot.
Brevis deep in his crease again. This one floated up outside the off stump. He went too wide this time.
And you read now,
bowl, yeah.
There goes the wide. Yeah. That's only the second wide, and it's Zampa twice. He's gone wide. They're the only other wides in the innings. But he's got Zampa really rattled here because he's reading him. Going deep in the crease. Even though he didn't get him the ball before, he was ready to play the shot.
Goes leg side of the ball this time. Up over the offside. Man there, couldn't take it. 4 more. It was a good effort out on the boundary from Sean Abbott. He was diving to his left, but the power hitting from Brevis was too much. Over through cover, 1 bounce. Oh, it was a good effort as well by Abbott.
He's got a finger on that.
He has. I didn't realise he got that close.
Oh, that's extraordinary.
Would have been a hell of a catch.
One-handed effort to his left side. Huge dive. What a clean strike. You can hear him coming off the bat now. Brevis is flying.
88, not out. He's going to go again. This one along the carpet and more safe. Out to backward point for 1.
So there's double protection out on that offside as Zampa tries to get way outside the eye line now. He's giving the stumps completely away as Brevis is hitting the length. So he's just reading it so well, Brevis, and he's got Zampa a bit rattled here. Unusual for the 5th best T20 bowler in the world.
2 balls to come. This time, Stubbs tried to whip it out through point again. No run. Bales whipped off by Alex Carey. Great to have you with us. If you're joining us for the first time, Tim David will not field again this innings, but will bat. Possible shoulder injury coming through from Cricket Australia.
So anticipate that slides him down, given that he's off for a certain amount of overs, down to 7.
Yep. Zampa in, last ball the over. Full toss, Stubbs belted it down the ground for 4.
Yep, big gap there.
Over pitching, and Zampa's getting tapped. None for 32. He is off his 3 overs in South Africa. Going along nicely. 6 to come. They're 3 for 152.
R.J. Sanderson and Associates, business advisors and taxation specialists, profit improvement and business efficiencies, companies, trusts, self-managed super funds and personal tax returns. Your business growth is our passion. rjsanderson.com.au.
Hi, I'm Caroline Wilson. Join me and my best friend Corrie Perkin each week for the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, sponsored by Red Energy. Red Energy, 100% Australian owned and have a number of plans to suit you. Call 131 806 or go to redenergy.com.au.
3 for 152. Great to have your company on SEN T20 Cricket for Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock Freight Management. Getting a clinic here from Diovold Brevis. He's on strike again. Dwarsha's back into the line-up, into the attack, and that's down leg side. It'll be a wide. Brevis is 89 off 37. His highest T20 international score coming into tonight was 41. Well ahead of that now. John Donohue and Bryce McGain with you. Dwarsha's the figures of 1 for 7. He's in again. Starmer over the wicket, full toss, taken from the off-stump line, 1 hand off the bat. Oh, he's doing everything right, is Brevis. Even when it's not clean, he can split the fielders. He went straight down the ground, over the stumps at the non-striker's end, 1 hand off the bat for 4.
When you said full toss, you mean low Yorker.
Yep.
And it was just low on the bat, but he was able to get enough leverage on it. It's a risk and reward delivery. If you miss it by just that, I would say 10 centimetres. How many inches is 10 centimetres, Donis?
Don't try and set me up, Bryce. Not falling for it.
Missed it by 10, low full toss, 4 runs down the ground.
Brevis,
Terrific batting.
93 now. This time he gets it on the offside. It'll roll away. Will it go for 4? It will. Brevis to 97.
Oh, he's read this book, Slower Ball by Dorcius. He was there with the shot. Oh, I need to wait and wait. Did so, and I'll put it behind point. A lot of times those slower deliveries get hit in front of the wicket as the hands go out in front. He adjusted and just paused and then played the ball where he wanted to. Got it away for 4 behind point. This is a superb innings.
Dorcius to Brevis. On strike on 97. Opens the face. He doesn't beat the fielder, so it'll just be 1. Gets Stubbs back on strike.
Dorcius again goes to that slow cutting delivery. 110 k's an hour, so trying to mix up. Even though it went for 4, it's probably not a bad delivery. You don't want to be allowing Brevis to work with any pace. He is flying along here. 98 off 40, that's, for those who can quickly work it out, 245 striker. Unbelievable.
He's played a lone hand tonight. Talked about the young brigade of South African cricketers that are coming up, Bryce. He is one of the brightest. Stubbs on strike now. Works it to the leg side, just takes a single. Doing his role beautifully here, Tristan Stubbs. He's on 17 from 15 balls, and he's happy to just hit it around while Brevis is at the other end.
Sometimes you got to know when to be the backup singer. And he is. He's just humming in the background, and that's all he needs to do. He's got a virtuoso at the other end.
He does.
Banging out hit after hit. So let him go. Let him go. He's got the hot bat, 98.
3 for 163, South Africa. 2 balls to come in the over. He just tells Cautious, just hold up there.
Someone near the side screen.
Security man down the ground.
What do you think Ravi would get into there? If he had an ice cream, I know what he would say.
He's a big unit. Shout out to our great friend Ravi Shastri. Brevis on strike now. Cautious in, past the bowler. Brevis, short ball, take it out to backward square. A star is born in South African cricket. Theobald Brevis with one of the best centuries you'll see in the shortest format of the game. 102 of 41 deliveries. A dazzling display. 8 4s, 8 6s. Second fastest 100 for South Africa in T20 international history. Take a bow, Brevis.
Well, he looks like a really popular member of his squad. They are absolutely delighted for the young man, and he's shown what he's absolutely capable of against a very good Australian bowling lineup, including Hazelwood and Zampa. They're at the pinnacle of T20 bowling. Adding to that, one of the best going round in Dorcius, and he has put everyone around the park tonight. A superb innings, and absolutely superb.
The pace with which he's done it. There is still 5 overs to go, and he's got plenty more runs in his sights. This has been one of the great knocks that we've seen in world cricket. Dorcius in, he goes the reverse round now, and he got a little bit muddled up. He's getting a little bit funky now that he's past 100. Top ball to finish the over. We'll talk more about his innings in a moment. He's 102 off 42. 3 for 167 South Africa with 5 overs to come.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
Second fastest century in T20 international cricket for a South African. The 22-year-old in his 9th T20, Theobald Brevis. Probably, to coin a phrase or to steal a phrase, remember the name.
Yes.
Remember the name, because I reckon we're going to see a lot more of this kid. Crisp hitting. It's been a chanceless innings. I don't think he was dropped at all in that knock, Brevis. So we have it back into the attack. Stubbs on strike. He's on 17. Abbott down the leg stump line, but it's Past him for a wide. Incredible knock, Bryce.
Oh, just superb. I'm so pleased we're here to see it. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for these stars in these sort of environments leading up to the T20 World Cup. This guy is box office. He really is.
He is.
At the infancy of his international career, but his ball striking, he's an elegant-looking player, but such a clean hitter. Young, athletic. He's a jet.
And still add to it as well. His Stubbs long in the air and high. Into the night sky, but just squirts past Mitch Marsh, who was running back from the infield. So they get a couple to add to the score. Stubbs remains on strike. They got 2.
So he's gone after that area, which is a difficult shot to play off Abbott on that length, but he stood up and tried to hit him over mid-off. Marsh inside the circle. Still remains with the same field.
So 200's well and truly on track here, Bryce, with 5 to go. And Stubbs, he went to go leg side of Alex Carey, and then he just had to square himself up, and he went offside. What would have been up over slip. So he got a little bit caught up there, but he was able to readjust. 23 for him now. And that was a 4 down through third man.
No, they're looking every bit. If they continue this, they're looking every bit of 230.
Yeah.
Off the last 5 overs, generally, if you go in and you got batters in like this, you can go 60 comfortably to a ball. Scoring at 12s for these guys, that's easy. They've been doing that for the best part of 5 overs now, so they've got additional levels to go. What does set it back? If Australia can get a wicket, boy, do they need one. They need to break this partnership and have a new batter that they can get some dots on.
So it's been a good partnership. Outside the off stump, takes it over point, 1 bounce, it'll roll away. It's slowly getting towards the boundary, but Cameron Green, or Hazelwood in fact, comes around from third man and does the fielding. So Stubbs gets a couple more. He gets 2 added to his total, and now it's time for him to get going.
Well, it's carnage for all the bowlers. Dorcius has been the pick of them. 3 overs, 1 for 21. Been pretty tidy there. 10 dots, but that's been accelerated now.
Partnership 119 of 52 balls here, Bryce. This is good going for the South
Zampa's going at
Africans.
10s. Abbott 12s. Hazelwood's going at 15s.
Stubbs again, stands up on his toes and works it from outside the off-stump line. On the pull shot across his body and down the ground for 1.
So we're going to see how good this Australian T20 team is.
Yes.
They're going to be chasing a big total. But they can shut it down quickly if they can get a few wickets. They were able to do it the other night when the chase was looking to get dangerous. They were tracking down 179 as a target on Sunday night, and they were able, with Hazelwood and with Zampa, take 4 wickets in 2 overs and really break the back of the innings.
Brevis got a bit more magic for us. He's on 102, gets offside of the ball this time and clubs it. Through mid-wicket, it was short, but the man, Cam Green, is out there on the fence. So no harm done, just 1 added to the total. 103 for Brevis. Stubbs on 26, 3 for 178.
So we have a look at the 7th ball now, wide off the first ball. It was just an execution, just going down leg side.
They keep going at this run rate, Bryce, 225, as you mentioned, 225, 230 on the cards.
Yep.
But anything over 200 in T20 cricket it's immense. Abbott, over the wicket, last ball of the over, went wide outside the leg stump, did Stubbs. It was a slower ball dug into the wicket and it was wide outside the off stump. He caught up with it, just slapped it out to cover for a single. Another good over from a South African perspective. They're going along nicely. 3 for 179 with 4 overs to come.
At Number 1 Fertility, your care is led by expert doctors who combine medical precision with genuine support. Number 1 Fertility offers science-backed treatments alongside wellness services like nutrition and acupuncture, because every part of your journey matters. Whether you're exploring egg freezing, IVF or fertility testing, Number 1 Fertility is here with personalised care that's inclusive, compassionate and evidence-based. Book your initial bulk build appointment today with Number 1 Fertility. Fertility reimagined.
SEN T20 cricket for Northline. John Donohue, Bryce McGain with you. If you're just joining us, you have missed a dazzling display of hitting. 9 fours, 8 sixes. Devold Brevis, the 22-year-old South African, he's on 103 from 43 balls. He's not out, which is the more important thing.
They've put on 122 in 9 overs.
Yeah.
These two.
And South Africa are cruising to a big total, 3 for 179. Zampa in for his last over. The reverse sweep from Stubbs. He gets enough of it to get it past Hazelwood, who was inside the circle at a short third man. Away for 4 more.
Got a fast flat delivery from Zampa and just helped it on its way on that outside off stump line. Just got on the under edge and away it went. No play really for Hazelwood hiding in that spot behind point. So Zampa's really battling here once again. He's gone for 36.
Yeah, wow. So Stubbs moves to 31. He played the anchor role while Brevis was getting to 100. Now he's going himself. He tried to go leg side. This will be out. It will.
There you go.
Tried to go out to the leg side through mid-wicket. Top edge. Squirted to Matt Kuhneman, who was waiting at point. And the Australians finally break the resistance. They needed that, Bryce.
Or did they what? And it was Zampa in his last over on Sunday night that actually got a couple of breakthroughs that were critical around this stage. And now he gets to do the same. He has battled a bit. They've had the answers for him.
31 off 22 balls for Tristan Stubbs.
He went to hoy that away on the leg side, leg spin a wicket, ball spinning away, took a top edge, caught it backward point. We've seen that plenty of times. So they can be spinning like mad, those balls at backward point. When they're trying to hit like that, you can hear them coming down with a but safe hands by Kuhneman. He has grasped one at long on.
Yep.
Don't know what he was doing in that spot, but anyway.
So Rassie van der Dussen, the veteran, 36 years old, 56 matches, 1,363 runs. He strikes at 128.
That's leg.
Average of 33 and a best of 94. So this guy can certainly play. They brought him in as the extra batter, bit of stabilising in the middle order. And they're in a good spot now, South Africa. Wickets in hand.
So good attacking play here. Mitch Marsh has got the mid-wicket and cover in to try and bowl a few dots.
Zampa to van der Dussen. He gets himself off the mark, driving down the ground for a single.
Standard leg spinner down the seam that time. Zampa looking to maximise the turn. Now he'll be bowling his best release ball to Brevis.
Yep.
He wants him up the non-striker's end and get the new batter in. So a lot of fielders, 2 sweepers out on the offside.
I reckon he'll try and take him downtown at least one more time in this over.
Well, he has to bowl this way outside off stump, so he's taking it off stump guard. He'll want to take him straight.
Brevis waits outside the off stump. He does take him downtown. He dragged it from outside the off stump and just worked it somehow dead straight for another boundary. Did it check inside the boundary? We're just waiting for whether it was a 6 or a 4. It was 4.
Maxi called 4.
How did he hit it
He's
there?
the man down. Well, he was way outside his eye line.
The wrists.
And Maxwell was probably 3 metres away from where that ball landed. Very, very straight at the sight screen. Just landed inside the rope. So he gets 4. But it was wrist. It was outside the eye line. But it's telegraphed now where he's got a bowl because he's got the 2 sweepers out on the offside. So it makes it relatively predictable.
Nowhere is safe for the Australian bowlers at the moment. Brevis is hitting 360. 107 from 44 now. 4 for 188 South Africa. 2 balls to come. Zampa's got 1 for 41 into his 4th over. Brevis giving himself some room again. Chopping down on this one outside the off stump. Bottom edge squirts out to Mitch Marsh at cover. Just for a single.
So now he's got what he wants. He's got Brevis up the non-striker's end.
So does this open up the opportunity now for guys like van der Dussen and Bosch and Rabada when they come in to basically have a bit of a swing now and try and just up the total?
Well, yes, there's a bit of that, but you don't want to waste deliveries.
Zampa into Van der Dussen, who drives powerfully through the covers. That's 4. That's what he can bring.
Painful.
Russie gets himself going. He moves to 5. Zampa not happy one bit. South Africa, after 17 overs, are 4 for 193 and in control.
Brett Phillips here. The First Serve is your home of tennis each Monday night on SEN, spending 2025 on tour.
Indian Wells, Queens, Monte Carlo, Tokyo, excluding the slams. I think those are the 4.
Maybe have 3-4 courts specifically only for doubles. I think the marketing comes from their respective countries.
Thanks to GLG Green Life Group, keeping your sports grounds in peak condition at glgcorp.com. The First Serve every Monday night, 8 p.m. on 1116 SEN and the SEN app.
4 for 193. SEN T20 cricket for Northline. John Donohue and Bryce McGain with you. It'll be Ben Dwarshuis into his 4th over.
Sweepers out on the offside. Mid-off is up.
Revis on strike. Short ball outside the off stump. He got high. He jumped off the ground, in fact, trying to punch it through the offside.
Well, that's what it does. When you bring up a fielder into the circle like mid-off, in his mind he's going, I've got to hit it over that area. They're looking to go wide because they've got the square sweepers out on the offside. So he's tried to do it, but it was a short pitch delivery. So he only had one shot in his mind.
Yep.
You've just got to have a clear mind and react to the delivery being bowled.
Pushes in again, and this time there was a look away, high on the bat. Does he get enough of it? It's down the ground. It's going to land safely. Marsh couldn't catch up with it. He took one hand off the bat again, but you can see the power that he's got. It was the no-looker, pitched about 4 metres inside the rope.
Well, it's his ability to just watch the hitting zone and stay in the shot.
Yep.
He ended up, it was a real baseball swing where he's taken one hand off the bat as he's released. Gets 2, it just plugged in the outfield. Very high shot. So I think he thought he was hitting that straight up the chimney, but it landed all the way out at long off.
Revis on strike again. This one up over the offside. Again, one hand came off the bat. So the sheer power that he's hitting the ball with is forcing him to hit one-handed, essentially. He moves to 111. South Africa 4 for 196.
Getting the hands through the shot. That's what he's doing. It is 492. It's a Darwin demolition. And don't we love it? This is T20 cricket at international level. It's a standard above, and we're seeing a young gun take on a very good Australian lineup. There are a couple of stars that could slot back in there. Yes. We know that.
Yep.
But this is a very strong team. We're going to find out how strong when they look to chase down something north of 220, I would imagine.
Van der Dussen on strike. 3 balls to come in the over. Oh, he takes Dwarshuis out on the offside. This might be out. It is. Great catch, Sean Abbott.
Sure is.
Had the boundary rope to deal with. He ran around from cover and took a very, very nice catch, and one that the Australians desperately needed. Van der Dussen goes. Australia strike again.
We've seen it before. We've seen it for a lot of years for the Sydney Sixers. Bowled Dwarshuis, caught Abbott in the outfield, and, well, the combination comes together again. Abbott with a good catch. He was going back to the boundary rope at deep cover point and judged it nicely. Didn't have to do the little jump out of the ground, toss it up and go back. He just judged his run. He knew where the boundary was, even though he was in 10 metres. Was able to work his way back. His awareness was terrific, and great hands as he took that on the move off to his right.
And it just goes for 5 off 3 balls. Now Corbin Bosch comes to the middle of Marara Oval. 6 matches, 36 runs, a strike rate of 144, which is 18, best of 23. Didn't get going with the bat the other night, Corbin Bosch. None for 44 and 2 off 4 balls, so it was a tough old night. Big wicket there. Dwarshuis has got 2 for 24. 2 balls to come. Bosch on strike. He's in and he's wafting outside the off stump, but angled it across him. He just chased it through to Alex Carey.
Ben Dwarshuis has been terrific.
He has.
Sunday night, he was a star. 4 overs, 3 for 26, 12 dots involved there.
Yep.
He's backed up another 13 dots here. That's the critical part to it, and he's got 2 for 24. Last ball now for his spell.
Bosch waits, full toss. He nicked it, but it was along the ground. It was a slower ball in the end on the crease line.
Great skill.
And a great over there. It put the rate back a little bit. Just the 3 off, including the wicket. South Africa, after 18 overs, 2 to come. It's 5 for 196.
What's the coolest thing in the Docklands?
Ice skating! And at O'Brien Ice House, the dream to represent Australia begins. From amateur to expert, there's fun to be had for everyone on 2 Olympic-sized rinks. Plus, some of Australia's star winter athletes have trained at O'Brien Ice House.
With skate school and ice hockey courses for all skill levels. O'Brien Ice House, Australia's premier ice skating experience.
See o'brienicehouse.com.au. That's o'brienicehouse.com.au. Cool!
Take a look at the highest individual scores for South Africans in T20 international cricket.
Very, very opportunistic. Well done.
Faf du Plessis, 119 is the highest ever for a South African. So needs 8 runs here, Brevis. Hazelwood on into the attack. Drags this one from a low full toss out to mid-wicket for 1.
Perfect bowling. So, again, they've been able to freeze him out only for a little bit of time. Well, Brevis has been up the non-strikers end. The wicket came, Van der Dusen was out, and then it went dot, dot, and that's a great way to close it out. Ben Dorshus, what a spell.
They needed that over, didn't they? Because previous to that, from the 14th over, 11, 17, 12, 14, and then 3.
Yep. Just superb bowling. Now, Hazelwood to do his best work in the 19th.
Over the wicket to Bosch. Gets low in his stance. Bowled him! It was a low full toss. Bosch wanted to take it on, dipped on him. Middle stump goes cartwheeling. Bosch had no idea how to play that one. And Josh Hazelwood doing what he does best late in the innings.
Stumps in play. Probably hit a little higher than we anticipated.
Just dipped on him.
Yeah. It was a bit of a slider in baseball parlance with the angled seam, and in it slid, cramped him for room, hit 3/4 the way up middle stump and set the stump cam to smithereens.
I tell you what, you're disappointed to get out to those because it's a full toss and your eyes do light up as a batter, and he just wasn't able to execute. So Bosch's tough time of it continues. Out for a duck.
He's out for a duck. 3 balls, and that's the costly bit of it. Sure, he didn't make any runs, but it's chewed up 3 of the resources in what is critical. He just needed to get up the other end. Keep throwing it across to Brevis. Brevis hitting, and you got to run for him. I've got to run twos and keep getting him on strike. Australia have done it pretty well here with Dorsh's previous over. Now Hazelwood, they know how to get themselves out of this situation. It's get an in-batter at the non-striker's end.
Kagiso Rabada. Saw him hit a big 6 the other night, so
just get up the other end,
we mentioned, not bad with the bat. 6 for 197. Rabada on strike. Hazelwood into him. It's dug it out nicely. It was a Yorker, and it was well executed by both batter and bowler. And he does scamper through for 1, so he's done his job nicely there.
That's all he needed to do, and he had that intention. He wasn't there to slog and do it. He just hit it into the infield, kept it out.
That's all he's got to do. Yep. Now let Brevis just tee off at the other end.
That's right. So 9 balls remain. So Brevis needs all of them, and Rabada's job is to just keep getting him on strike, even if it's a sacrifice and you run yourself out as you go for 2. You're getting Brevis back on the striker's end.
Brevis 112 off 49. He's on strike, deep in his crease. Oh! Bang down the ground. He nearly took Hazelwood's head off.
Oh, and the umpire too.
That was hit flat, low and hard, straight past Hazelwood, straight past the umpire. And down for 4 and 200 up for South Africa. Look at that. Wow.
Get your hand out of the way from that. There would have been a few at the indoor nets at their first training session tonight with that. Thump back to you. Short-handed. No, I'd rather not touch it.
Close confines as well of the indoor nets down there in Moorabbin.
And the 6 bowlers down the back of the net. It's ricocheting around. That's a nightmare.
Steaming in, bowling no balls by 3 feet. So shout out to Bobby. Brevis 116. Leg side of the ball this time. Top edge.
4 more.
Up over Alex Carey for 4. Highest score for a South African in T20 international cricket belongs to Dearvold Brevis. He's on 120. South Africa 206. One more to come in the 19th over.
Welcome to international cricket. I know it's not his debut, but he's announced himself here. He's going to be a star of the T20 World Cup in February. This is the man to watch. An important position to bat in T20 cricket at 4, and the young man has done it superbly tonight. And what an honour to now hold the best ever T20 total.
He's taken over Faf du Plessis, former South African captain. He's not done with yet. Brevis tried to chase this one outside the off stump. It was a good wide line Yorker from Hazelwood. Finished it off well, but 4 overs for him. 1 for 56 for Josh Hazelwood. 1 over to come, 6 for 206. Brevis 120 and Rabada on 1. So a big last over to come here, Bryce.
Well done in the last couple of overs, and the experience of Hazelwood there. Sure, there's been a couple of boundaries. Just 10 off the 19th is okay. Dorsh's over. The over before, 3 off it. There's been wickets in the over, so not only the wickets count, but it's a dot ball. Now, umpire Sean Craig is waving his arm around, wax on, wax off. Now, the reason is it is the timer has popped. They need to bring up an extra fielder into the circle. So they have been fetching a lot of balls, I've got to say.
To be fair, I mean, do they stop the clock when the ball's planted on the roof from Luandre Pretorius? Or
well, I'm sure the third umpire and the fourth umpire and the rest of the match referee has got the stopwatch on all those things. But
so it'll be Sean Abbott to bowl the last over. So that might be costly if they can't put him in the right positions here.
So there's 4 fielders inside the circle on the offside and 1 inside the circle on the leg side. Rabada on strike.
Rabada waits, the left-hander. Facing up to Abbott. It's over the wicket, outside the off-stump, bang, down the ground. Launched it, and he'll get 4 for it. Rabada, stand and deliver.
Well, he did certainly do that.
Field was up.
Yeah, field was up, mid-off was up, and he went over that region. And that's not bad off his first delivery. He hit his first ball for 6, or second delivery tonight. So he's taking it on. Brevis was humming to get some strike.
He'd be flat with him there. He was, hey, KG, just ones, mate, just ones. Let me take it from you. Let me take it from you. So Rabada 5. South Africa 6 for 210. This is a big total. Clinton was asking for it off the text on night duty. He got it. More to come. Rabada tried to go heave it over the leg side. Carey threw it at the stumps, missed, and they scamper through for 1 for a bye.
Where have we seen that before?
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up.
Well, let's bring it up.
Shout out to our English listeners out there. There was shades of the Johnny Bairstow run out about it.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. The same angle, 1 knee down. No doubt Johnny's listening.
Just for that moment.
Yep.
See if Carey's going to have a little Under Armour at the stumps. And
I bet he wish he missed like he did just there at Lord's.
Are you happy with that?
You happy with that? Very. Very. 6 for 211.
We still are.
I can't wait for the Ashes. You know where you'll hear it all?
Right here.
On this station. Every test match. Oh, geez, we've got a good team.
SEN Stadium. So you hear it live. You go to the game. Don't miss it. Get your tickets. Get there.
I don't think I'm allowed to announce some new additions to the team, but I'll confirm that with Mitch in a moment. Brevis outside the off stump. Drags it.
Just got a sacrifice run 2 here. They'll get through pretty comfortably. So they got it into the gap, so they do get 2. Rabada's just on the sacrificial running duties now as Brevis looks to put a full stop on this. He's got 3 more balls to, well, hit out of the park. That's what he's endeavouring to do. He's 122 of 53. This is some innings. This is South Africa's highest T20 total versus Australia. Will it put a stop to their 9-match winning streak that Australia's on?
I'll tell you what, it's taken a lone hand from Diovold Brevis. 122 of 53. 6 for 213. Abbott in. He set himself up wide outside the off stump, and that's a wide. That was really wide.
The crowd got a little disappointed there.
Just for our listeners there, he was batting on off stump, if not outside off stump. 2 stumps showing, as if he just wanted to heave it up and over and get to the pitch of the ball over the offside.
Yeah, so umpire Sean Craig judged it because it went right out to the beyond the tram line, the blue line. It's gone out to the return crease.
Yep.
So even though he's set up there, it was outside his hitting zone. So we can see what Abbott's trying to do, but it was definitely a wide. Good call.
3 balls to come. Brevis again deep in his crease. Doesn't get a hold of this one down the ground, but it pitches safely. They take Maxwell on, which is dangerous. Rare fumble from Maxie.
It was, wasn't it?
Still nearly hit the stumps. They get 2.
And Rabada, he knows what's required.
Absolutely, he does.
Just in and out sprinting.
Yeah.
He gets back for 2.
It's been a quality knock. So 124. Brevis is on now.
She's fast between the wickets too, Brevis. He was a long, long, long way behind, but made it up to get back to the striker's end.
I reckon he's got one more in him here. 2 balls to come. One of these is going over the fence, I reckon. Sean Abbott's one of the best.
When you say one more, do you mean one on top of the stand?
Potentially.
He's done it already tonight.
To be fair to Sean Abbott, he is one of the greatest exponents of change-up bowling late in an innings, so he won't make it easy for him. But Brevis waits. Deep in his crease again. This one was a short bouncer. It was a slower ball as well.
He'll get a wide. No?
No, I think he said 1 for the over, so the umpire allowed it.
Front foot.
That's a dot ball. Well executed there from Sean Abbott. High on the offside. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. A front foot no ball, retrospectively called. It's a big no-y. Wow.
Gee.
If Dearvold Brevis ever needed a free invitation to hit a 6...
He's got one.
He's got one. He does. Gee whiz.
Whether he needed it, wanted it, requested it, he's got one. He's got a free pass.
Not the guy to be overstepping to. 6
and a
for
drink card.
6 for 217 and a
Go
drink
in and
card.
have some fun off the last ball.
Absolutely. 2 balls to come in the over. So this is a free hit for Brevis. Up over the bowler's head. Down the ground. It'll just be a couple. No, they get 1.
Oh, it didn't come back.
No, they didn't come back. So Maxwell was doing the fielding. They didn't want to take him on, which leaves Rabada to clean it up and finish things off.
Nice way, Abbott. And you called it well. Like, he's really experienced and, the best part of a decade, or longer than a decade, to be honest, with the Sydney Sixers. And whenever he stepped in the Australian colour, he's international already, has been for a long time, but the slow ball bumper, and it's hard to hit it.
Yeah.
And he did so, hit it reasonably well, but just got it to 1, and this is the outcome you want. Despite the disappointment of bowling a no ball, he was able to clear his mind, execute well. Now he's got the last ball to Rabada.
So Brevis will end 125 off 56 balls. One of the great knocks we've seen. Rabada's on strike. He's on 5. Last ball of the innings. 218 the score. They don't add to it. They will. Carey doesn't hit. He threw. They hit at the non-striker's end. They'll go upstairs, but one of the great knocks in world cricket comes to an end.
Third umpire to director, we have an umpire view of a run out at the non-striker's end. Can I have your best side on shot, please? Thank you.
So it was Abbott that threw it underarm behind him.
Thank you.
No bye.
No bye. Good piece of fielding to finish it off. Dot ball. South Africa end 7 for 218. It's going to take Australia's best. And what we saw from Dearvold Brevis will live on for a very long time in T20 international cricket. A standing ovation as he holds his bat aloft to this Marara Stadium crowd. One of the new faces in international cricket, Bryce, that put on a show for them.
Look, everyone here's enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The crowd, despite it being the opposition, they've just warmed to this guy, and he looks like a really likeable player. All his teammates are excited for him. It really has been superb. What a great knock.
Certainly has, and I think we'll remember that one for a very, very long time. South Africa 7 for 218 on SEN T20 cricket for Northline. Australia's global logistics people unlock freight management. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll reassess what just took place because it was a magnificent display of hitting. 219 for the Aussies to win this second T20 from Darwin.
For Northline.
Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
Here's the loan market fresh analysis of what today's RBA announcement means for you. The cash rate has been cut, so your borrowing power has likely increased. Loan market data shows an increase in home loan pre-approvals. We're also seeing fewer property listings than this time last year. This has made it a competitive market. With spring selling season ahead, seeking pre-approval now gives you confidence knowing how much you can bid and shows sellers that you're serious. Search Loan Market and find the right loan for you.
Loan Market. Make it yours.
ACL 390-222.
Number 1 Fertility. Understand that fertility care is personal. Whether you're exploring egg freezing or starting IVF, your journey deserves expert support and compassion. Their doctor-led clinic offers science-backed treatment with a holistic touch, supporting your body and mind through every step. From advanced medical options to acupuncture and nutrition, Number 1 Fertility blend wellness with excellence. Take control of your fertility journey today. Book your initial bulk build IVF or egg freezing consultation with Number 1 Fertility. Fertility reimagined.
For over 125 years, Delco Remy has powered the world's toughest vehicles, from commercial fleets to off-highway machines. Our starters and brushless alternators are built to last, engineered for peak performance, fuel savings and unmatched durability. Fewer moving parts means less wear, and with the best warranty in the industry, you're backed for the long haul. Delco Remy. We start the world and keep it running. Find your nearest distributor at delcoremy.com and click on the Where to Buy tab.
Need reliable traffic control? M1 Traffic Control Geelong has you covered 24/7 with compliant, efficient and professional service. Safety is the number 1 priority for both road users and workers themselves. No job is too big or too small, and they're currently hiring local talent within the Geelong, Darwin Southwest region to ensure your job is locally sourced. Email recruitment@m1trafficcontrol.com.au or visit m1tl.com.au. M1 Traffic Control, keeping Geelong moving safely.
At Century 21, we understand that a house isn't just 4 walls. It's where life's most treasured moments unfold. From first dinners of the century to quiet mornings of the century. It's moments of joy like this that make a house a home. Searching for a local agent who will go above and beyond to take care of your property sale? Visit c21.com.au. Century 21, dedicated to the joy of home.
Footy fans, this is the one you don't want to miss. Join me, Luke Darcy, and for the first time as co-host, the highly respected and much-loved AFL presenter Sarah Jones at the EJ Whitten Grand Final Legends Lunch, Thursday 25th of September at the Melbourne Convention Centre, with vital funds being raised for prostate cancer research and care. It's a brilliant afternoon, great food, fantastic company, and finals fever at its best. Tickets are on sale now. Head to ruleprostatecancer.org.au. Get in quick, tables are selling fast.
G'day, it's David Zaharakis here. These days, I've swapped my footy boots for triathlons. And trust me, the right gear still counts. Whether I'm running marathons, chasing a personal best, or just getting the training miles in, I only wear Underworks sports socks. They're engineered for performance, designed for comfort, and, most importantly, built for the long run. Underworks, the number wonder down under for socks. Find them at all leading retailers.
They said launching a ute in Australia was an uphill battle, and the new Kia Tasman wouldn't have it any other way. With 4x4 tech built for tough terrain, it's Kia's most Australian vehicle yet, featuring low-range gearing, ground view monitors, and auto rear locking differential in select models. The Kia Tasman didn't reinvent the wheel, it just got dirty. The Kia Tasman, here now at your local Kia dealer.
Kia, movement that inspires.
For Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
Hazlewood in again. This one short. Oh, bang! This one's out of here. Clean as a whistle. You could hear it. Here's Dwarsha short, high on the back. Tried to take on the pull shot. This should be out, gone. David takes the catch. Rickleton goes. Takes he around the wicket. This time on the leg stump line. Down to sweep. Top edges it. This should be out. Backing back. Oh, Zampa's dropped it. This time. Oh, bang! Pretorius makes him pay. He might have hit the roof. He has. Yes. He balls to come. Pretorius using his feet. Jammed up a little bit. He's gone. He didn't even try and get back. He couldn't. What is going on there? And Max Maxey gives him an earful on the way off. Eagles to come in the over. Zampa just 3 runs off so far. Gets leg side this time. Brevis takes him down the ground. He's got a hold of it. It's 6. Of course. Zampa taken downtown. Brevis gave himself some room. Long 6. Took a bit home through customs, no doubt. Down the ground. This time from Brevis. What a way to bring up your 50.
There's a lot of 4s, plenty of 6s now.
Oh, Maxey went with the leg spinner. It was a full toss. Dispatched over square leg. And Brevis is having none of that from Maxey.
And spilt it.
2 to go. Brevis, this one, don't even worry about it. 6 more down the ground. It's 3 overs. This one's short and met. Over mid-wicket, 6 more. Dwarshus in, past the bowler. Brevis, short ball, take it out to backward square. A star is born in South African cricket. Theobald Brevis with one of the best centuries you'll see in the shortest format of the game. Middleton on strike. 3 balls to come in the over. Oh, he takes Dwarshus out on the offside. This might be out. It is. Great catch, Sean Abbott.
Sure is. Hazelwood, the 19th.
Over the wicket to Bosch. Gets low in his stance. Bowled him. It was a low full toss. Middle stump goes cartwheeling. Brevis 116. Leg side of the ball this time. Top edge. 4 more. Up over Alex Carey for 4. Highest score for a South African in T20 international cricket belongs to Theobald Brevis. SEN T20 cricket for Northline. We were treated to something special just then from Theobald Brevis, the 22-year-old South African. And Bryce McGain, we're just trying to catch our breath after what we just saw from him.
He was absolutely superb. From ball 1, his timing, the way he played a straight drive that was just exquisite. And just a full face. He's a technician, but he has power, and he has an unusual way to hit it down the ground where he actually puts his back foot behind. So it's a bit like a golf swing where he's got a full rotation, but the head stays down. And he played a couple of no-look 6s that he had his head down, still watching the point of contact, and the ball 60 metres heading over the rope. And it's going to be his signature. And, I cannot wait for the next decade watching this young man play.
I'm just trying to look up the highest individual scores, and who could forget that day that Aaron Finch took down Zimbabwe in, when was it, 2018, 172 he made. I don't think anyone will ever get close to beating that score from Aaron Finch, where he hit 10 6s and 16 4s. But with due respect to the likes of Brazil and the Cayman Islands and Estonia and Cyprus, there's a lot of those teams in here. But he's in illustrious company. You know, Shane Watson hit 124 in 2016. Some of the big hitting West Indians are there as well. Shubman Gill has 126 not out. So Finn Allen for the Kiwis with 137. It's right up there with one of the great knocks I've seen, I think, in my time watching cricket.
Just superb. Yep. So batting at 4, he faced 56 deliveries, so nearly half of them. And he had able support. Tristan Stubbs plays that role nicely, gets up the other end, just kept it handing him the strike as he got really hot.
Yep.
Those two put on in the blink of an eye that they've just peeled off. I don't know, can't even do the sums here, but it was plenty. 126 in rapid fire time, and it was exactly what they needed in the middle part. Look, credit to Australia in the end. It didn't get completely out of hand. 280 is a big score. We know the batting conditions do slide into your favour here with the ball skidding off the surface. Yeah. So it's difficult for the bowling team.
Well, for a moment there, it looked like it could have been 230, 235-ish. Yeah. I mean, to get to 218, 7 for 218, they pegged it back a little bit. And it started, that Dwarshus over that was so vitally important. The 18th over where he got 3 and a wicket off that over. And then Hazelwood kept it to 10 in the 19th, and they got away from him a little bit in the last over. But that 18th over was so vitally important for Ben Dwarshus.
It was, and leading into that, there were double-figure overs. There's some massive blowout overs. The 12th over went for 24.
Yep.
That was Maxey's last over, and that's where Brevis went, we've got to take down the weakest link of these 5 bowlers. And they did so, 24 off the over. Up until that point, 3 overs for 20 and a couple of wickets Maxey had, and was doing pretty well. He had to bowl a couple of overs in the power play at the start. Then he bowled another tight over at 7. but then they really hopped into him for that big over at 24. And sometimes that's what it takes. Two really big overs, and you can get up and over 200, and they've done it exceptionally well.
So Aidan Markram caught Owen, bowled Maxwell out for 18 off 13 balls. Ryan Rickleton caught David, bowled Dwarshuis for 14 off 10. Luandre Pretorius, he was dropped at fine leg by Adam Zampa. Next ball, slog sweep 6 onto the roof. And then he was out a short time later. It had a little bit of everything, did Pretorius' innings. He was stumped by Carey off the bowling of Maxwell. Wasn't Glenn Maxwell G'd up in this first innings?
Yeah, he's all in. He's all in. And this isn't just a little dead series. No. This is about absolute precision and preparation for what lies ahead, and he wants to win a World Cup in February, and that's what he's lining up his performances for. Clearly they want him to be a bowler in the power play early up, but there's so much more to his game, of course, and he'll get that opportunity batting. The big question mark coming up with the Australian batting order, Tim David went off the field. He's injured his shoulder, and came back on the field, found it a little bit awkward. It's his left shoulder. I wonder what sort of impact that has with his batting and where he's able to bat. Maxwell might find himself up. He's listed to bat at 5, maybe up in 4 where Tim David is scheduled to play.
Or whether they go with the hot hand and Mitch Owen whack him up at 4 or 5 as well. So we'll wait and see how that all unfolds. Tristan Stubbs came and played a nice anchor role alongside Diovold Brevis, 31 off 22 deliveries. Rassi van der Dussen out for 5. Corbin Bosch, third ball duck, and Kagiso Rabada 5 off 4 balls. He was run out on the last ball. But as we mentioned, the knock of the night and one of the stories of the night is the young 22-year-old Diovold Brevis. 125 off 56 deliveries. He was out there for 78 minutes, 12 fours, 8 sixes, striking at 223.
It was brilliant to watch. Great to be part of it. And when you see a talent like this, it'll bring you to the game, even though they're, for a lot of our listeners, it's the opposition. It will bring you to the game to watch this young man play.
Text us through 0433 98 11 16. Both teams are doing their warm-up. So we'll get to a break. We're not far away from the Aussies coming out in pursuit of 219 to win. As Bryce, he needs the break. Well, let's go to it now.
For Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
Here's the loan market fresh analysis of what today's RBA announcement means for you. The cash rate has been cut, so your borrowing power has likely increased. Loan market data shows an increase in home loan pre-approvals. We're also seeing fewer property listings than this time last year. This has made it a competitive market. With spring selling season ahead, seeking pre-approval now gives you confidence knowing how much you can bid and shows sellers that you're serious. Search Loan Market and find the right loan for you.
Loan Market. Make it yours.
ACL 390-222.
At Number One Fertility, your care is led by expert doctors who combine medical precision with genuine support. Number One Fertility offers science-backed treatments alongside wellness services like nutrition and acupuncture, because every part of your journey matters. Whether you're exploring egg freezing, IVF, or fertility testing, Number One Fertility is here with personalised care that's inclusive, compassionate, and evidence-based. Book your initial bulk build appointment today with Number One Fertility. Fertility reimagined.
What's the coolest thing in the Docklands?
Ice skating! And at O'Brien Ice House, the dream to represent Australia begins. From amateur to expert, there's fun to be had for everyone on 2 Olympic-sized rinks. Plus, some of Australia's star winter athletes have trained at O'Brien Ice House.
With skate school and ice hockey courses for all skill levels. O'Brien Ice House, Australia's premier ice skating experience.
See o'brienicehouse.com.au. That's o'brienicehouse.com.au. Cool!
G'day, it's David Zaharakis here. These days, I've swapped my footy boots for triathlons. And trust me, the right gear still counts. Whether I'm running marathons, chasing a personal best, or just getting the training miles in, I only wear Underworks sports socks. They're engineered for performance, designed for comfort, and, most importantly, built for the long run. Underworks, the number wonder down under for socks. Find them at all leading retailers.
An important message from
Shin Power Service.
When insuring one of your biggest assets, you can ask, can I choose my repairer? Well, it might cost a few bucks more. There's a reason your insurance company doesn't want you to. Choice of repairer means exactly that. You can choose a repairer. Conveniently close and not miles away, genuine parts, an accident replacement vehicle, and a lifetime guarantee. Your choice of repairer, not your insurance companies. Choose Visit sheengroup.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Hi, it's Frank from Lucia. Come experience the authentic flavours of the Mediterranean at Lucia in South Melbourne, a restaurant offering old-school hospitality in a stylish space. With seasonal Mediterranean dishes complemented by an iconic wine list, we'll suggest the ideal wine to pair with your meal. Looking for a corporate dinner or an exclusive experience? Book a table in our main restaurant or maybe a private event in the Vault, our underground dining room that seats up to 32. For bookings and more, visit luciamelbourne.com.
Hungry? How does this sound? A genuine New York Reuben's. 1/4 kilo of sliced hot pastrami, sauerkraut, Swiss melted cheese, and our in-house dressing piled high on toasted rye. This is Finey from the Final Siren and Lenny's Fine Foods. Drop in for that Reuben's or a huge selection of filled bagels, soups, meals, dips, and New York deli favourites. It's all at Lenny's, 636 Inkerman Road, near the corner of Kooyong Road in North Caulfield.
At Officeworks, get a 250ml bottle of Kid Ink washable paint for $1.50. Or Kid Ink Kids Learning and Activity Books from $3.99. Shop in-store, online or via the app. Make bigger things happen at Officeworks.
Look out for the sun. Come into your Sunrise local store and check out Sunny's Shop and Win promotion. Turn your favourite snack into cash. Buy a specially marked promotion, scan to enter, and you could win $1,000.
Conditions apply. See website for details.
For Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. Australia and South Africa on SEN T20 International Cricket.
SEN T20 Cricket, the Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Unlock freight management. John Donohue, Bryce McGain with you. Both sides back out on the field. 219 is the target, Bryce. Just an easy 219 off 20 overs. We were talking in the ad break. Some of the key protagonists in this. Travis Head can get going, and
no question.
Tim David can get going. Glenn Maxwell can get going. So
the skipper's not bad. Marsh.
Yeah, Marsh is not bad at all. So this is not beyond this Australian team, and we've seen them power hitting previously. So, but it is going to take their best effort here.
It is. Question mark over Tim David, as we've mentioned, with that left shoulder. See how he goes. I'm sure he's had a few throwdowns in the nets outside just to feel how that shoulder goes. But look, it's a good challenge for Australia here. They're on a 9-match winning streak. Can they continue and make it 10? Those all on night shift, you tune in.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Clinton out there.
Those in the car, driving back and around town, all around Australia.
Home. Some of them will be coming home from cricket training now, I reckon. They'll be sore and sorry. But
the late nets.
Yeah, the late nets. Some of them at 8 p.m. and right around Australia. So
maybe footy training as well.
Footy training, yep. If you're on your way home from cricket pre-season or footy training, let us know. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. It's just the start of things to come on SEN Cricket across the summer. Kagiso Rabada has ball in hand. Travis Head and Mitch Marsh to open the batting for Australia.
Marsh on strike. Just scratching his guard in now.
Hit a 6 first ball the other night.
Yeah, down the ground.
Cover.
Yeah. So that was Ngidi that was launched down the ground. So
we're just waiting for the on-field to get going. Ringfield looks like they've got one at backwards square. Slip. And a short third man in place. So Rabada over the wicket to Marsh. Comes in on the pads, tries to whip it down to fine leg. Got a leg by to kick things off. That brings the left-handed Head on strike. So the thing with, both of these guys are ultra damaging, but we know what Travis Head can do even in Test cricket. You give him width, he's going to pounce on it.
That's exactly right. And even if you don't give him width, he's going to pounce on it. Top of off stump where a lot of bowlers bowl, he's looking to attack that. He can pull it away on the onside and he can blaze it through the offside. And he's a big game performer.
Oh, yeah.
This is set up for a big game chase.
The thing I love about Travis Head, we'll come back to it in a moment, who outside the off stump, he gets back and cuts to Brevis at point, no run. He strikes me as a guy who sort of gets a little bit bored out there of just, blocking it around, pushing ones, pushing twos. Just wants to just get it going and move it on. He's a real knockabout bloke.
He's certainly that. And one of the things, and the secret to his success, he has no fear of failure. So there's a lot of cricketers who spent their career worried about the failure. What happens if I miss out? If I don't do well here, my spot's in jeopardy. He has none of that.
He's on strike now. He tries to go up and over cover. He was not messing around there, beaten on the outside edge. And I told you, he doesn't like waiting around. Quick game is a good game for Travis Head.
No, he's out there playing his role and got the complete support of everyone. No one seemed away from him.
Nice delivery. One for you to ponder off the text from Billy, and they're both in the infancy of their international careers. So he asks, who's the better talent, Owen or Brevis? Both are magnificent viewing. You don't have to answer right now.
Well, we might find out tonight.
Rabada in again, short outside the off stump, swings away. Nice carry through to the keeper. It's going to be a wide.
Umpires tonight, Sean Craig. Getting a teapot treatment by Rabada. Is standing there with his hands on his hips going, what, are you kidding me, aren't you? It
was close.
Phil Gillespie at square leg.
He might have a case there, Rabada. I think it stayed inside the blue tram. It just swung really late and sharply at the last minute. So it might have been stiff there. None for 2 Australia. 219 is the target. Rabada hustles in. Head waits. Initially went to leave it, and then he just went up periscope and tried to paddle it over the keeper, but another wide. Got up too high. So back-to-back wides for Kagiso Rabada.
That one really took off.
Yes.
It was clearly above, and Travis Head had to stick his hands right up above his head, so at full stretch to try and get up and reach it.
Yep.
The old-fashioned sort of ramp, the above-head sort of ramp.
This is a great text, and I want to know as well out there where you're coming from, what training session you're coming from, footy or cricket, as he tries again to launch up over cover and plays and misses. So AFL, NRL, cricket training, where are you on your way home from? Jimmy has kicked us off, and tell us what club you play for as well. We'll give you a shout-out. Jimmy says, just left the pub after the first net session of the season with the boys down at the Albion in North Melbourne. Can't walk, can't bend, can't move. 5 pots and a Palmer fix that. Good on you, Jimmy in Richmond. Love that. Rabada in again, 2 balls to come. Squares up, head
Top
this time. Beaten the infield. Away down to the boundary for 4.
He's like no other.
Open the face.
Well, top of off, great delivery. That's where they tell every fast bowler to bowl, but no.
Rolls the wrists.
I'll just angle that and just slice it away, give it a little flick so I get it past the short third man, and there's no play at all for the man in the deep. He's so different, he's so unique, he's so brilliant at it.
3 balls before that, he tried to hit him out of Darwin, and then he just opens the face nicely and guides it down to third man. None for 7. Last ball, the over. Head this time again. He wanted to belt that through the offside. Slower ball beaten on the outside edge. So an eventful over, 6 off for Kagiso Rabada, Australia. None for 7 after the first.
Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles. National Tiles now supply and install timber, laminate, vinyl and hybrid flooring. Yes, National Tiles now supply and install timber, laminate, vinyl and hybrid flooring. And we guarantee you a perfect job on time every time by our highly skilled installers. So for a free supply and installation quotation in your home, call National Tiles now.
0433 98 11 16. Tell us where you're listening to us. If you're on the way home from cricket training or you're at footy or rugby training, let us know and give us your team name as well. 0433 98 11 16. Clint said on the way home from footy training from North Ballarat Roosters, heading home to Melbourne, enjoying the coverage. Good on you, Clint. Markram into the attack, and straight away Marsh up over the top of square leg. The slog sweep for 6.
What about the skipper here? He goes, I'm not having any of this. we're not having part-timers doing the work at the top of the order. Slog sweep over backward square. Away she goes. And too easy. Took it off a good length. Angled down that way.
Yeah, that was a loosener.
Yeah, good batting.
So Marsh is away. He's on 6. Markram over the wicket again, and on the same line, but this time worked off the pads out to mid-wicket. Brevis does the fielding. If you are just joining us, and guys who have just gotten in the car and sent us a text, you missed one of the great innings in world cricket. Divold Brevis, 125 not out off 56 balls. He hit 12 fours and 8 sixes in one of the cleanest displays of hitting we've seen in this format. He's now the leading, he scored the highest score for South Africans in this format, taking over Faf du Plessis, who got 119 2018. We'll run you through that a little bit more. Around the wicket now for Markram as Head waits, floats it up outside the off stump, drives it down the ground to long off. Stubbs does the fielding and they get one.
Nice Aiden. Come on, boys, sneak you on ya.
Ryan Rickleton behind the stumps. I love hearing from wicketkeepers and their various forms.
Come on, Aiden.
Australian done for 15. Markram back over the wicket to Marsh. Marsh waits.
Down.
Drives hard down the ground. Fielder gets a hand to it. Just the one. You heard him in the stump, Mike. Not willing to risk it at this stage. So they need 219 to win the Aussies. As Bryce McGain has said, on a 9-game winning streak in this format of the game, Bryce.
They've got a power hitting lineup.
Yeah, 5 T20s they swept in the West Indies. They're in good form, the Aussies.
I think before that, did they sweep Pakistan?
They
3?
They did 3 here in Australia, I think. Markram again around the wicket to Head, got back to cut. Couldn't beat Rabada at backward point. 1 ball to come in the over. So Markram didn't bowl the other night. It's an interesting tactic. They've gone without Linda and Muthusamy, who were the 2 left-arm spinners, so they needed another option. Markram bringing himself on.
South Africa like using a 6th option to support.
This time, shorter ball, whipped to leg side. Travis Head's gone. Pretorius takes the catch, a foot inside the rope. And Travis Head, who dragged it from outside the off stump out to mid-wicket, it flew to Pretorius, and the part-timer claims the big wicket. Head goes. Didn't really get going in this innings. He's out for 5. It's the end of the over. Recap that in a moment. Australia 1 for 16.
RJ Sanderson and Associates, business advisors and taxation specialists. Whether you want to be more efficient and improve profit or reduce tax, take the stress out of business. Your success is our passion. rjsanderson.com.au.
EuroLeague's best are touching down in Melbourne.
Now's your chance. Catch the Pavlos Yiannakopoulos tournament at John Cain Arena on September 18.
A huge clash between Panathinaikos and Partizan, 2 of EuroLeague's biggest names.
Secure your spot today via Ticketek.
Big wicket for the South Africans to take. Dug it in short. Just didn't get a hold of it. Low and flat out to the boundary, and Luandre Pretorius takes a nice catch.
He was just drifting back to the rope and had to pull himself up more. I'm a bit closer than I anticipated. Yes. Didn't step over it. No need for a review. Brings Green to the crease.
He was good the other night, 35. Strikes at 162, a best of 62 from his 20 matches. Marsh is 8 not out. Ngidi into the attack. So he'll go over the wicket. Bowling to Marsh. Ngidi in. Outside the off stump, it's turned down to long on for 1. So the first 6 overs, power play conditions. And they can spread them a little bit more after that. Jimmy says the Royal Park Cricket Club. That's who he plays for, Jimmy, who can't feel his legs right now. Sorry, no, this is a different one. Gerald from Q. Like Jimmy, I won't be able to move until next Tuesday. I'll get back to the rest of that in a moment. It's very funny. Green on strike, waits, drives from the crease, can't beat Brevis at point. No run. So let me read that in its entirety. Royal Park Cricket Club just left the Albion Hotel in North Melbourne. Like Jimmy, I won't be able to move until next Tuesday. If I'm lucky, Potts and Palmers will fix me. Mrs. will have to put the socks on for me in the morning. Very good.
Palmer.
Nothing better. After the first session and back, I reckon you got to have that little team bonding experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to catch up on what everyone's been doing.
Absolutely. 0433 98 11 16. Please keep them coming because they are entertaining. Tell us your club. Tell us where you're coming from. Green on strike. Slower ball from Ngidi. Dug into the wicket and it hit him on the pad. Squirts to the edge of the wicket. Get a leg by.
Coming up, boys.
Marsh is 9. Australia 1 for 18. It's a leg cutter. Very nicely executed. So, we need some big hitting here, the Australians. Gideon again, over the wicket. Marsh waits. Got big on him. It was a slow ball that just ballooned off the wicket. Lobbed it up to where mid-on would have been. Probably would have fallen short of a traditional mid-on, but they take a single.
Straight away, he's in his 4 balls, slower ball on pace, which got crunched through the offside and well fielded on a back foot drive, Green, then slower ball. They're immediately going to the slow ball. It's not often the case in only the 3rd over. You try and use the new ball, but they're knowing that is the hardest to hit on this surface.
Green on strike, walks at Ngidi, and it just cut him in half a little bit. Beaten on the outside edge. You got leg side of the ball. It was another slow ball.
Yep.
3 in a row there, I reckon.
Yeah, 4.
4 maybe,
Yeah, 4 deliveries in the over, and it just bounced over the stumps.
Yeah. He's bowling it nicely, isn't he? He's disguising it well, just rolling his wrists on it. Another leg cutter from Ngidi. Executing it nicely. So now, 1 ball to come in the over. Green yet to get himself off the mark. He waits, deep in his crease. Slow on the bat. Took the pull shot on, but didn't execute it all that well. Down to Rabada at long on. Good over from Lungi Ngidi. Just 3 off. Australia after 3 overs, 1 for 20.
G'day, it's the Ox here. If you or your loved ones have tried to beat addiction with no success, then MyHab is the place for you. Our qualified staff have all been there, so they know the process and the path needed for recovery. MyHab focuses on 3 vital areas: understanding any trauma associated, the addiction itself, and the process of staying in sobriety. MyHab will be with you every step of the way. Call Cheryl on 1300 190 370 or go to myhab.com.au.
Shane has texted us through, coming home from footy training. Go the mighty 2 Wells Roosters. Where's 2 Wells, Shane? And this is Chris and Kale. Just jumped in the car with my son after our 2nd pre-season cricket training together. Tell you who for in a moment. Here's Quentin Mapaka, left armour. That one will be a wide outside the off stump. 4 wickets in game 1 for Quentin Mapaka. He bowls rapid pace. Starts off with a wide. Just jumped in the car with my son after our 2nd pre-season cricket training for the mighty Devon Meadows Panthers near Cranbourne. Feeling great. Looking forward to a new season ahead and KFC for dinner. There you go.
The Colonel.
The Colonel. It's not really a summer. It's not really cricket without the Colonel, is it? Fried chicken. Nothing better. Short ball on the hip of Green. He just worked it on its way. Helped it around the corner. Down to fine leg for 4. Tucked him up a little bit. Had to catch up with it, did Cam Green, but he gets himself off the mark nicely with a boundary.
Yeah, great to hear where everyone's coming from this evening in the car, tuning in.
Keep it coming.
It is great to hear cricket at this time of year, and long may it continue up these Northern Australia series.
Yes.
I think this is a blueprint for what we need to do a lot more of in the winter time, if you like. Balmy 25 degrees up there tonight.
Mapaka in again, the left armour. Bowling to Cam Green, who takes him downtown. 2 bounces into the rope. Angled it across him in Green's hitting zone. And he smacked it back over his head for 4. Well done, Cam Green.
Yeah, he's got an overdrive that I got to see firsthand in the West Indies when he was doing some practice and then an evening session, not unlike this time of night. And he was out there for hours doing that. And he finished with a power hitting just to build up for the T20 series. And boy, has he got an overdrive.
A pucker in again. Does he go again? Green does. Oh, this is out.
Catch.
What a catch.
Oh, did he?
Naba Peter.
Hang on, he went to throw it up. He's put it on the ground.
He reckons he's got it. South Africans are claiming it. Cam Green's not sure.
I've seen this
They're
before.
They're celebrating. Ben Stokes did that once.
Oh, we've seen it before.
Umpires are coming together. So, to paint the picture for you, he tried to pull it out past mid-wicket. Naba Peter was there, diving to his right. Full stretch. Great catch, Bryce. And then as he went to celebrate, ball spilled out of his hands.
No, we've seen it before. This is where he dropped the World Cup. This is exactly Australia and South Africa. Same scenario. Steve Waugh chips it to mid-wicket. Herschel Gibbs takes it, went to throw it in the air, and the ball dribbles out. That's what they're looking at.
Yeah, they're saying we're just checking to see if he held it long enough.
Shot of the catch, please.
So that's where the decision will be made. Does he control the throw-up? It looked like it just got coughed up. Oh, great catch.
You got another angle for me there,
I reckon he did because he switched hands.
He got to his feet, and as he was switching hands...
Thank you.
So it goes into the right.
Clean catch.
Left.
And controlled and getting
Swaps
up.
it to the right.
Thank you. That's all I need to see.
So this will be out.
Yeah.
This will be out. Great catch from Naba Peter at mid-wicket. They needed that.
Yeah, very good catch.
After back-to-back boundaries, they take a big scalp in the form of Cam Green, who goes for 9. Quinamapaka, 1 for 9 now. After 4 for 20 in the first game. Australia just in a spot of bother at the top of the order, 2 for 29. Tim David is walking to the crease, Bryce.
He's in a bit of touch, Tim David.
He is, but he's nursing a sore shoulder at the moment.
See what impact that has. The top order didn't fire on Sunday night in the first T20, but it was Tim David. He turned one on. Now, can he match the efforts?
Yes.
Of Duald Brevis, who got 125 not. Can he match that sort of level?
So best of 102, we know he got that in the fourth game of the West Indies series. 1,137 runs, 29 years old, 54 matches. Power hitting is his game. And now, to 480 off the text, I'm not going to cause an international incident between the different states and territories here in Australia. He says, can you please educate the Victorians that it's a palmy and not a palmer? We're going to respectfully disagree on this front. To be fair, you are talking to two Victorians on the text, but we won't go much further with that one because we don't want to cause an international incident. Tim David waits. Quinamapaka in short on his hip. Worked it off his pads. He'll get off the mark with a boundary. Did he get bat on it?
Yeah, I reckon he did. It was awkward as. It was a one-hander. Looked to be up around the sort of right on the top of the pelvis, above the thigh pad. It was an awkward one that he just sort of fended away one hand.
One hand off the bat. And it worked past Geedy at short fine leg. And this kid's got a bit of spark about him. We spoke about him the other night. High 140s, left arm, whippy action. And that got big on Tim David.
Yeah, he's a big man, but it got big. And it was right at the body.
This is a good battle. Great to have cricket back on your radios. Keep your texts coming. Tell us where you're coming from. Cricket training, footy training around the country. Give us your team name. Give you a shout out as well. 0433 98 11 16. Marsh is 10. David is 4. Mapaka in. 2 balls to come. Short. Bang. Fire meets fire. Ball was quick. Bat swing was quick. He hit a 4 through mid-wicket. Unbelievable.
What an over.
Yeah.
He's got a wicket, but there's 4 boundaries in it as well. And another applause to Tim David. I think he likes the way he bats. Tim David wanted to keep that down, so high hands hit down on the ball for the pull shot.
And another clap. He did that the other night.
He did too.
Quinamapaka.
Yep. I don't think it's smart assery.
No, I think he just genuinely, okay, all right, I bowled a quick one.
Yep.
You met it. Yep.
Exactly that. So he matches it and respects it. I've given my best. You've delivered something. Yep. Okay, fair enough.
19 years old. This kid's got the world at his feet. 4 for 20 in the first game. He bowls fast. He's in now. Full outside the off stump. Taken over the offside. One bounce. 4. Tim David picking up where he left off.
5 fours for the over.
A good start for Tim David. 3 boundaries in a row. Australia needed that over. 21 off that first over from Quentin Mapaka. And Australia are 2 for 41.
Footy fans, this is the one you don't want to miss. Join me, Luke Darcy, and for the first time as co-host, the highly respected and much-loved AFL presenter Sarah Jones at the EJ Whitten Grand Final Legends Lunch, Thursday, 25th of September at the Melbourne Convention Centre, with vital funds being raised for prostate cancer research and care. It's a brilliant afternoon, great food, fantastic company, and finals fever at its best. Tickets are on sale now. Head to ruralprostatecancer.org.au. Get in quick, tables are selling fast.
Great to have you with us. SEN T20 cricket for Northline. Send us a text 0433 98 11 16. Kagiso Rabada continues. Full Yorker on the leg stump line, but it's down the leg side and it'll be a wide.
So just imagine this. Someone bowling mid-140s, left arm awkward, and you've just walked out to the crease like Tim David has. You fend one off your ribs and then you pull one for 4, then you smack one down the ground or over cover for another 4.
Yep.
He's 3 boundaries off 3 deliveries.
He's world class. And this is coming from a guy who injured his shoulder as well, as Marsh gets in on the act, whipped it off his toes, out to mid-wicket. He'll just get a couple. It was full. And Marsh, he looks in a good rhythm tonight. Just 2. He moves to 12. Oh, a couple of texts here coming through. Loving this. Freddie in Richmond. Albion Hotel Cricket Club. Best first indoor net session tonight. Was washed out, leak in the roof of the centre. Drinking pots at the Albion Hotel in North Melbourne. Full on the pads. Again of Marsh.
Hang on, are they all for the same team?
They're all from the same team. I reckon they're all on the way home from the pub. Hey, I'm all for it. They got a single. Might be a leg by, in fact. But I reckon they are all from the same pub, same club, and the same pub, to be fair to them. So welcome to you, boys. More than happy to have you all here. Leak in the roof.
How's that drive coming in from Ballarat or checking on you? Because that can be a bit tiring. I did that for a year. Went to university up there for a year, and it's a hard slog when you're coming up and back all the time. My sport was back here, not in Ballarat. So hopefully you're staying awake and keep your eyes on the road.
Yep. It's a good battle, intriguing battle here as well. Full outside the off stump from Rabada. Open the face. Did David, can't beat the fielder. No run.
So, Dean, it is rainy in Melbourne.
Yes.
Not so in Darwin. Balmy and 25. You don't want to hear that one bit because the weather in Melbourne's got cold and horrible.
Great to have you with us, Dean from Wallen.
Oh, that's a cold area, Wallen.
Oh, yeah.
That really gets brisk.
Yeah.
That can freeze over the dog's bowl. You've got to crack the dog's bowl in the morning so the dog can have a drink.
Gee whiz. Bryce McGain, a font of knowledge. Tim David out to long on. Again, he's in a mood to swing the bat. Yep. Just gets a single. So Tim David went off early in the game with a shoulder injury. Didn't field the remainder of the innings.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's all right. He's swinging the bat pretty hard.
Yeah.
So for those like Dean and the boys coming from the Albion, the pub at Albion, they missed one of the great innings. One of the great innings. A young 22-year-old Divald Brevis, 125 not out he made.
I'm sure they missed it.
Yep, Rabada short ball up over Marsh's head. That'll be a wide. Well, they wouldn't have been knowing
a leaky roof at the indoor centre.
No, they would have. Yeah, they would have seen it.
So they've gone, what do we do now? Yeah, we all head home and catch up with the partners.
Report to grounds.
Yeah.
that old chestnut on the weekend.
How about we don't tell anyone?
Yeah.
Getting for a sneaky few.
We're all on the
off the
same
tap.
page here. Yeah. 2 balls to come. Rabada full on the off-stump line. It's defended by Marsh, but the field's set back, so he's able to take a single down to long on. Long over this from Kagiso Rabada. A couple of wides, a leg by. 1 ball to come in it. 5th over. Australia 2 for 48. 171 needed from 91 balls. Their target's 219. I didn't stutter. That's 219. Because of one man, Diovold Brevis. And some clean hitting. David on strike. Last ball. Off the back foot. Punched it down to mid-off. Markram hustled in. He was able to have a shy at the stumps, but no harm done. So
Nice
a
over.
single to finish things off. It was
No
a long
boundaries.
over from Rabada. No
Yep.
boundaries, though. You're right. Australia after 5 overs. 2 for 49.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. National Tiles now supply and install timber, laminate, vinyl and hybrid flooring. Yes, National Tiles now supply and install timber, laminate, vinyl and hybrid flooring. And we guarantee you a perfect job on time every time by our highly skilled installers. So for a free supply and installation quotation in your home, call National Tiles now.
2 for 49. SEN T20 cricket for Northline, Australia's global logistics people. Don't forget, SEN Stadium is the only way you can stream the Ashes live in venue with no delay. Download the SEN app for the SEN call of every Ashes test or sync it right to your TV. Ungi Ngidi to continue over the wicket. Swatted from David. Only as far as Markram, though, at mid-off. No run. David's on 14. Some good text coming through. We'll get to those as we go.
Ngidi just changing his pace again, so he's not prepared to go on pace here. He's rolling his fingers on it, bowling his cutters, off cutters, leg cutters at slower deliveries. Just making it hard to mix up. They need to get through this power play. This is the last over of the power play. They've controlled it, got back in it. Rabada's good over before. Needs to be backed up straight away.
Ngidi in. David waits in his crease. Didn't get a whole lot of that. Just on the inside portion of the bat. Squirts out to Naba Peter at mid-wicket. No run. So Graham, or Gus off the text. Hey guys, loving the coverage. Working away while wishing I still played cricket. Rising 60 and haven't played since the good old days at Brighton East. Beautiful part of the world. God's country down there in the southeast.
2 dots to start. Well done here.
1 for 3 so far for
ring of 6.
Ngidi.
Fielders inside on the offside.
Ngidi in, and he's taken over the offside from Tim David. Over through cover. 1 bounce 4.
So Tim David's just absorbed it now. He's absorbed a couple of dots and then summed it up. And it's back in the fact that it's probably going to be pace off. So I'll sit back. And he does. He lifts it over that ring of 6. Packing that offside field.
Gee whiz, he hits a hard ball. Pulling over night shift in the truck on a cold, wet night. Loving having you guys for company. Good on you, Mick. David 18 off 9. Marsh 13 off 9. David on strike. And Ngidi in. Power to the left side. Oh, is that out? No, he's dropped him. Stubbs had to dive forward. It was a tough chance. It dipped on him. Out of backward square. Dropped one the other night, actually, to Tristan Stubbs. Just, they're hard diving forward.
Yeah. You've got to...
At pace as well.
You've got to think about your dental insurance as you go for it. He just couldn't hold on right in the tips of the fingers. So it was just a mighty effort. He just couldn't reach out enough to get enough purchase on it. So it goes down as a drop, but it's really not. It was such a mighty effort to even get there.
This time David hoiks it from outside the off stump. That ball went for 4, by the way, through the hands of Stubbs, I reckon, or 2, sorry.
Oh, no, it did go through.
It did go through for 4.
Yep.
Apologies. And then this one went for 1. In fact, it did. Our replay screen is all muddled up here. It was a dot ball. It was off his hands, and they get a 1 the next ball. Just landed in front of him. One ball to come in the over. 2 for 54. David's on 19. Marsh 13. He's on strike. Giddy in. Slower ball. Outside the off stump. It's lobbed up just over the top of the infield. Over cover for 4. Not much control from Mitch Marsh, but they're all up in the ring on the offside. Another boundary to finish off the over for the Aussies. 6 overs gone. That's the end of the power play. 2 for 58.
High-performance facials are one of Endota's most popular treatments. Experience results-driven formulas in a nurturing environment with our expert skin therapists. Well-being awaits at Endota. Book now.
Hi, I'm Corrie Perkin. Join me and my best friend, Caro Wilson, each week for the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, sponsored by Red Energy. Red Energy is 100% Australian-owned and have a number of plans to suit you. Call 131 806 or go to redenergy.com.au.
Muzza, the commentary is excellent. It's only 10 degrees in Geelong. He says, stop telling us the temperature and concentrate on the cricket. Good on you, Muzz. Apologies, Muzz. Apologies. I'm trying to describe every aspect of it for you, Muzza. Appreciate it. These two smacking sixes, then shaking hands. Says Clinton.
Peter's on now, leg spin.
Peter in the leg spinner.
Oh, wow.
One wide, well wide down the leg side. So, Narba Peter with a silent cue. Get a load of that.
That's in this first name, not in the Peter. There's no Q in Peter, but...
Yes. I'll tell you about him in just a moment. But he's a leg spinner. In bowling to David on the leg stump line. He defends. So, played for the Pale Royals in the SA20. He's played 11 T20 internationals for 8 wickets, an economy rate of 9. 23 years old. Debuted at T20 and ODI cricket. Yet to get a test call up. Probably not far away for him, though. Talented player. Short into the wicket. This one carved leg side 6. Picked it up brilliantly, did Tim David.
Yep. He's a flat leg spinner into the pitch. And Tim David has just said himself, he's had a look at one go way down leg side. He then full face just blocked one. He's got short, but Tim David's got this vertical pull shot. It's not a horizontal one. You drop half short and he's going vertical and will put you over the leg side for fun. And he's done that straight away.
David Waits, batting in no helmet, no hat.
Love it.
Yep, worked it off his hip this time from a shorter delivery. Out to mid-wicket where Brevis does the fielding.
Do you know who I think about? No hat. Now, this is going back.
Okay, so I've got
the weight, before your time.
Okay.
But the one I think about, and look, there'll be a few that hopefully it brings back the same memory. Yep. Julian Weiner in the McDonald's Cup.
A great Brighton Union man.
Yep.
Played for the Brighton Union Cricket Club.
And so it just reminds me of him doing that, playing for Australia and playing one-day cricket, or even for Victoria. That was televised back then.
Marsh takes Peter on, out to the leg side, 1 bounce for 4. Out to mid-wicket. Nice stroke play.
Terrific stroke play. He got low, so Marsh has got a different pull shot. He does the horizontal pull shot, and that's probably because he's from playing on faster wickets. That's WA batting, but he gets low. His backside is really low to the ground to watch it really closely as it comes up from the spinner. It's a different pull shot to what you would play off the fast bowlers. That's his technique, where Tim David's played on a lot of slower spinning wickets, so he's got that vertical bat that he puts over the onside, a different style of pull shot.
2 balls to come in the over. Peter in. Marsh is on 21. On the leg stump. Worked slightly aerially out to mid-wicket for 1. So 1 ball to come in the over.
So they know that in between the good deliveries, that was a good delivery, that last one. In between that, there's going to be some stuff that they reckon they can hop into from the leg spinner. So very high arm action. A lot to like about the revs he puts on it. A lot of overspin, cross seam with wide ball. That's a tick in itself.
Last ball of the over. Peter in, short into the wicket, and see ya!
Yeah.
You heard it. it. Oh, again on the roof.
Oh, it's probably beyond the roof.
He's hit in two games on the roof, Tim David, and that was as crisp as they come. You heard it in the effects, Mike. As clean as you can hit a cricket ball. Big over.
Fetch
19
that.
off. Australia going nicely. They're 2 for 77.
Hi, it's Frank from Lucia. Come experience the authentic flavours of the Mediterranean at Lucia in South Melbourne, a restaurant offering old-school hospitality in a stylish space. With seasonal Mediterranean dishes complemented by an iconic wine list, we'll suggest the ideal wine to pair with your meal. Looking for a corporate dinner or an exclusive experience? Book a table in our main restaurant or maybe a private event in the Vault, our underground dining room that seats up to 32. For bookings and more, visit luciamelbourne.com.
Having a look at the replay, the bat speed from Tim David is breathtaking.
Yeah, he doesn't need an invitation like that, Peter. So
don't dig it in short.
No, don't. He's warned you early and later in the over. So they sort of sat on him a bit, knowing that if he gets into the wicket, it can skid on so nicely onto the bat. So a good over, a big over of 19. That's the end of the 7th.
Yes. So Corbin Bosch, 1 for 44 a couple of nights ago. Just the 2 wickets in his 6 matches. Probably wasn't his greatest night, it must be said.
No. He's got a big ask now. So a couple of... That's an ask. He's got a big ask. I'll clarify that.
I mean, you never know. I wasn't looking at that, Bryce, but hey, this is why you're the expert. You notice these things.
I'm not sure I pronounced it. It's getting a little late. It's nearly 10 o'clock.
That's all right. You can go blue at this time of night. So Corbin Bosch, Marsh waits. He's on 22.
So that allows us to run the Woody ads now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Run rate's 11. It's ahead of the required run rate at the moment. High in the air from Marsh. It was outside the off stump. This is long into the night. Sky gone. Stubbs came in from the boundary, charged in and secured the catch. Marsh knew it as soon as he hit it, sort of sliced it into the air, and South Africa claimed their 3rd wicket. Corbin Bosch gets his first of the series.
And that's the big sigh that a lot of people do on the first tee and slice it into the trees.
Yep.
It was that, no, as soon as he hit it, he knew he's put it up the chimney, and good catch by Stubbs. Marsh is on his way.
After 22 off 13.
Big cheers for Glenn Maxwell.
Yes.
Don't the crowd love him?
And I'll tell you what, he could put a show on as well. Didn't get going the other night. You can play the anchor role now for Tim David, who's 32 off 15. David Edithvale is listening, Bryce, just driving home from the Barra Game Fishing Club, AGM.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is he on? Did he get voted on the committee?
Tell us,
always
Dave.
a dangerous thing if you're just going there as a spectator.
True. Loving the broadcast. Looking forward to listening to the Aussies smash down this total. Terry from Evans Head, entertaining commentary. Wish you could regulate the sound effects a little better. We'll try our best. We'll see what we can do. Back in Melbourne at SEN HQ.
Yep.
Sounding good in our ears though. Maddie's doing a wonderful job, as he always does.
Well, the crowd is loud.
Oh yeah.
They are up and
you can't
about.
regulate the crowd here at Marara Stadium because they are loud and they are packed in.
Yep.
So we'll do our best, Terry. And Clint says, thanks, lads. Appreciate the support, Bryce. Just hitting up the Melton Roadhouse about halfway home. He's on the way to Ballarat.
Know it well.
Yep.
Something out of the deep fryer.
Maxwell on strike. Bosch angles it to the leg side. He works it to mid-wicket for 1. Off the mark straight away.
Just a heads up. Don't go for that dimmy. It's been in there since 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't
this
want
time of night.
No, you don't want that one. You think you want it at 10 p.m, but it's been there for 10 plus hours. It's had its day.
No. Sometimes they're the tastiest, though.
Are they?
Sometimes. Every now and then you get one that's just a real sort of... You can taste the oil just dripping off it, you know? Bosch. Now to David, who tried to smack it out to the leg side. No run.
Yeah, Bosch is skiddier than you think. He's an amble-in sort of guy. Big unit. Think Jacques Kellis. Big, broad shoulders. In he comes. Ambling in. Simple action. 141.
Yeah.
Like, there's no mucking around. It's skidding off the wicket. It's kissing off the wicket like it did for the Aussies as they bowled on Sunday night. South Africa get that benefit. But it is probably more advantage for the batters in these types of conditions.
3 for 78, the Aussies. David on strike. He's 32 off 16. He's just getting going. This on the leg stump. Pushed it down to long on. He'll take a single. Brings Glenn Maxwell back on strike. 0433 98 11 16. If you are on your way home from cricket training, footy training, rugby training, wherever you are, tell us where you are, who you play for, what you're doing. We'll try and keep you company on the drive home.
Yeah, or if you're doing a road trip.
Yes. John Donohue, Bryce McGain with you. Kick off a big summer of cricket here on SEN. Every ball of India's white ball tour of Australia, 3 ODIs, 5 T20s. The Ashes. Bosch now to Maxwell, who picks it up off the off-stump line, down the ground, fields up, but Stubbs is able to work his way around to the boundary and reel it in before it gets to the rope. So just the one run added there for Glenn Maxwell. It was 2. They did get back.
Yep.
My eyes deceived me.
So Bosch mixing it up. He's got the wicket. Got the skipper early in the over for 22 off 13, striking 169, which is a good start, but a little disappointing he didn't go on.
One ball to come in the over. Maxwell deep in his crease, slices it up over point. That is a thing of beauty.
Skill.
With ultimate ease. He got back deep in his crease, sliced it over point, and he just makes things look easy, Glenn Maxwell. Nice way to finish the over. 8 off, and the Australians at the end of 8 are 3 for 85.
G'day, it's Jason Cunningham. If you work on the tools, engineering, or in any specialist trade, and you need genuine tools as opposed to a sausage sizzle, then come and do business with A&A Industrial Supplies. Family owned for generations, they have all your nuts, bolts, and fasteners. Not to mention cutting tools, welding equipment, and everything a real tradesperson needs. Just like our resident handyman, the Ox. Yeah, maybe not. A&A Industrial Supplies, London Drive, Bayswater. Ask for Brad for the SEN Deal of the Week.
SEN T20 cricket for Northline. So it'll be it'll be Quentin Mapaka again, the left armour, bowling to Tim David on 33.
Got hit for 5 fours in his first over.
And now that was a full toss, and I felt like that one was right in Tim David's wheelhouse, but he showed a bit of respect and just pushed it down the ground for 1.
Yeah, different situation. So he bowled in the power play, the 4th over. It went for 21 with 5 fours.
Yes.
And a wicket. And a wide. So it had the scorers going nuts. Ran out of room in that little square. You know what it's like when you're scoring like that?
Yep.
There's a wide, a wicket. Trying to keep up with everything.
So Maxwell 7, Tim David 34. Australia 3 for 86. They need another 133 from 71. Mapaka into Maxwell, slower ball this time on the leg stump, and turned into the infield for 1.
One of those ones that they try and get to mid-wicket, look for the deuce, the 2, and Mapaka was onto that in his follow-through. And being a left armour, he can cover that a bit better than a right arm over.
Yes.
So left arm over into mid-wicket. He's just following through and darting around. So it's a little bit tougher to sneak that 2 in that place.
Great to have Jackson with us. He's from down your neck of the woods.
You bet it is. Where are you from, Jacko? Driving
home from footy training down in Rye on the Mornington Peninsula.
Oh, beautiful ground, Rye.
Mapaka in. This one angled across him and driven down the ground. He beat the infield, Tim David. It's all the way along the carpet. Stubbs does the fielding. He's done a bit of work down there. Stubbs. Get back for 2. Ticking the run rate over nicely. Tell us where you're headed back to, Jackson, who you play for.
Maybe he plays for
Rye, yeah.
Yep.
Probably heading back to the Mornington Peninsula. I think he did everything that we asked him to be honest, already. It is late, you're right.
And careful where you're texting while driving. Hopefully voice by text.
3 for 89. David on strike. Mapaka, see you later. 6 over mid-wicket. 1 hand off the bat. Nothing but power from Tim David. You can't bowl there.
Oh, it's just flat and
able
hard.
To free his arms and launch it over mid-wicket dead straight. It was a leg cutter as well, Bryce.
Well,
cop that.
He's really lined up the youngster, the left armour. He's an awkward type. He's likeable with what he's doing, but Tim David is dining out on him. His first 3 balls that he faced went 4-4-4. Got away with a nice one before, but that one is 6. He's just hopping into him, destroying him.
Mapaka again. Does he go again? He doesn't. He just takes it off the back foot, drives it to cover. They scamper through for 1. So Tim David, we mentioned at the start, chasing 219. They'd need one of these two to get going. A Tim David, a Cam Green, or a Glenn Maxwell. And Tim David just picking up from where he left off the other night. 83 on Sunday. That 6 went 79 metres, but it was just flat. He'd be a good baseballer, Tim David.
He would be.
One, again, just one hand on the bat, guiding it to mid-wicket. 1 ball to come in the over. Mapaka to Maxwell. Did he edge that down the leg side? He didn't. And it will be a dot ball to finish the over. Glenn is just asking whether it was wide down the leg side, but I don't think he'll win that battle. 9 overs bowled. Australia 3 for 96. On August 28, legends of our game run out onto the field at Marvel Stadium for an epic comeback. It's the 4 and 20 Legends game, helping raise money and awareness, all towards helping protect Aussie legends from prostate cancer. Stand up with our AFL legends. Don't miss this chance to see them in action once again. The 4 and 20 Legends game, August 28 at Marvel Stadium. First bounce, 7:30 p.m. Tickets on sale now from legendsgame.com.au. Rabada back into the attack. 2 overs, none for 13. It's the 10th over. We're just getting in the car and joining us. South Africa posted a big total of 218 on the back of a century from Deovold Brevis. Tim David off the toes.
How good
6.
is he?
Clean as they come. I'm running out of superlatives about him. That was picked up off a full length and just powered over the leg side for 6 more. Look at that.
He's not hitting a nobody over with that shot.
That's Kagisa Rabada, who's one of the best test bowlers in the world. He's a veteran, and he just picked him up.
Just clears the front leg, and it's step hit for David, and he hits through the line.
49 now for Tim David. He'll move on to 50 with this as he carves it through point. 80 the other night, and another T20 50 for Tim David. He's proving a handful for the South Africans. His 8th T20 50 to go along with his 1 international century. One of the cleanest hitters in world cricket right now. 50 off 23 deliveries, and he's keeping Australia in it.
Well, the last time he went back-to-back with 50s was when he was playing for Singapore.
There you go. Yes, I forgot about that. He was born in Singapore.
Yep, so he's done it twice for Singapore.
Rabada in, and now Maxwell getting in on it. Toeish down the ground. He didn't get all of it, and it just landed in front of the fielder at long on. Just plugged, in fact, in the outfield. They just get 1. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. 0433 98 11 16. SEN T20 cricket for Northline. These two teams putting on a show at the top end. 8 off the over so far. 3 balls to come in Rabada's 3rd over. Tim David going very nicely. 50 off 23 balls. He's on strike now. Picks this up through the offside. Gone. Gets to 50 and then just punches this one to the fielder. Rassi van der Dussen at cover, and Kagisa Rabada strikes with a big wicket. They finally see the back of Tim David. A great display of power hitting though, Bryce.
It was indeed. But a very, very important wicket as they look to defend 219. Well, they're defending 218. The target's 219. Tim David, the crowd love him. He has entertained up in Darwin. Back-to-back 50s, but he's on his way. The job is not done. but it does set up a fine finish. And, well, as one good, clean striker goes out, another fresh face comes in.
Mitch Owen is next to the wicket. So that's a big moment. He just took the pace off it there, did Rabada. Was bowling mid-130s, and that one at 122 kilometres. An off-cutter. Vanderdussen, good fielder, doesn't make a mistake this time. Now it's over to you, Mitch Owen. 7 matches, 23 years old, 127 runs, a strike rate of 184, best of 50 on T20 international debut, an average of 31. This boy can hit a long ball. Obviously, those familiar with the Big Bash would know that.
Now, his role there is a bit different for the Hobart Hurricanes. Opens the batting.
2 centuries he hit last year.
It's incredible. So he's still got a lot of time to get this job done.
He does.
Just coming up to the halfway point. Australia 4 for 104 in comparison. 3 for 88.
So Owen waits, Rabada in, and he nicks this one, but it falls short of Rickleton. It was a full delivery. His feet were all over the shop there. Planted on the crease, got an outside edge, but no harm done. Just sort of backed away from it a little bit.
Interesting delivery that was up there. It just died.
Yeah, it did.
Got it to the half volley. I reckon he nicked it and hit the ground. And just simply didn't carry through.
Yeah. So Rabada got his tail up. Can he produce next? 1 ball to come in the over. Owen waits. Oh, that is dangerous.
Grill.
He tried to pull it. He's hit it straight into his grill, and that looked nasty.
Top edge grill. He's smiling.
He is, and you can see is that bent grill, or is that always like that?
No, it's definitely bent.
Yeah, he's bent the grill. So, end of the over. Mitch Owen's going to get some attention. He's all good for all those out there. He's walking up to Glenn Maxwell. He'll have to replace his helmet. Having a look at the replay. Top edge at 130 clicks. Oh, gee whiz. Thank God for grills.
And strong ones like that. Yeah. Back in the day, it would have bent and buckled and gone straight through and smashed his face.
Wow.
He looks okay, but they'll take certainly 2 minutes to check out with it, how he is. Drinks will come out. Get yourself a cup of tea. Get ready for the rest of the chase.
Australia 4 for 104 as Mitch Owen gets some attention.
Brett Phillips here. The First Serve is your home of tennis each Monday night on SEN, spending 2025 on tour.
Part of the reason for the trend of a lot of former players to be tournament directors, because they do lend some sense of credibility when you're dealing with all the players.
We're the oldest tournament on clay. Our tournament was first held in 1897.
Thanks to GLG Green Life Group, keeping your sports grounds in peak condition at glgcorp.com. The First Serve every Monday night, 8 p.m. on 1116 SEN and the SEN app.
So 10 overs bowled. Good news is that Mitch Owen's all good. They're just going to dip into the bag.
Has he got a blood nose here?
Might. Well, the grill did. It pressed back. So if you remember when Ricky Ponting got hit in the Ashes, the grill bent back and sort of cut him open.
Yep.
The grill might have bent back and just sort of clipped the nose here. He's fine. He's happy. He's smiling. But he's going to need a new helmet. And I will say this, Bryce, Australian cricketers or international cricketers, sometimes they bring out the helmet that's not the one you're used to. And he's got the sponsorship one as well of the grey nickels. If they come out with the old school Albion helmet here,
they're going to put the padding in and do this,
and it ruins the rhythm. And
and it can feel very different. But as much as he's smiling, I wonder if it just leaves a batter just a bit gun shy about it's just in the back of the mind. Once you get the cage rattled as much as that, we've just seen some replays of the wickets that have been falling. Tim David, that last one out for 50 in that over by Rabada. So he's taken a wicket, taken a grill. So at the halfway point, 4 for 104 Australia, which is a great platform. At the same stage, at the end of 10 overs, South Africa 3 for 88. So they know that they back end the innings very, very powerfully. So with 130 runs in the last 10 overs, Australia need
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to just work together.
No, you're right. I was daydreaming. I was staring off into space. They need 115 off 60. That is my job, to be fair. So I apologise.
No, that's fine.
Keeping me on my toes. 115 off 60. I thought you weren't finished talking. So.
No, I appreciate that. Leaving a bit of open space.
So Rabada's got 1 for 21. Owen is just still getting checked out there. I think they're still waiting. Are they still waiting for a helmet to come out here? While we wait, 25 and Sunnies in St Andrews, Scotland, about to have a round.
Oh, how good's that?
There's not many other places I would like to be than right here in Darwin. However, on the golf course is one.
This has got to be a cricket lover because he's about to play golf at the heaven of...
So this is Braddles. He says, missing the dulcet tone at OSFC.
Yes, Old Scotch.
Yep. Missing Bryce's dulcet tones.
Yeah, so...
He must be one of your boys.
Yeah, coached through there.
Yeah.
No, Braddles is... it didn't come through... Well, he, many years ago came through the under-19 program, but he's been at Old Scotch for many years. And what are you doing taking your trip overseas during football season? That's what I want to know, Braddles.
You know what, though? I credit to Braddles. He's about to play on one of the nicest golf courses on the planet, and he's got the AirPods with him, and he's got SEN cricket on.
He's a legend.
Good on you, Braddles. Good on you.
And travels to... He loves his cricket that much. He's travelled around and followed the Australian cricket team many places, Braddles. Ashes, everything.
Hope he hits them well. Hope you hit them well, Braddles.
Yep, have a ripper afternoon.
I can't wait to get back out on the golf course. Obviously, dad duty getting away. Haven't been out there since March, so it's time nearly. Quentin Mapaka back into the attack, bowling to Maxwell. Slower ball. Worked off the hip from Maxwell. Out to square leg for 1.
So, Maxwell, we have seen steer Australia in these situations in the past.
Yep.
And I guess it's a bit like Michael Jordan. Didn't always nail the winning shot, but was always in there having a crack at it. So here's another platform for Glenn Maxwell to, add to his legend status, but in the shortest form of the game. And the young gun right alongside him, Mitch Owen.
4 for 105. 10 overs bowled, big last 10 to play. Mapaka, full toss, thick outside edge, rolls down to the third man fence, but it's cut off and tossed back in, so no boundary. Glenn Maxwell asking for a no ball. That was 145 clicks. Just look at the replay of this ball that went into Mitch Owen's helmet. I can't fathom how they played cricket without grills on their helmets all those years ago. Famous vision of Tony Gregg.
Top edge?
Tony Gregg with the white one and the big ear flaps.
Or the motorbike helmet? He went in batting in
He did. He batted in a few. So Mapaka aborts mission. 4 for 106. Zero 433 98 11 16. If you want to join us, John Donohue, Bryce McGain with you. SEN T20 cricket for Northline. Maxwell on strike in this, the 11th over. Mapaka in on the leg stump. Dispatched over mid-wicket. Glenn Maxwell at his very best. Picked it up off the length and just guided it over the fence for 6.
That's how you send him into the crowd.
Oh, look at that.
Clear the front leg. Low to high. You've seen Glenn Maxwell do it a million times. Well, not a million, but a lot of times. And he just clears the front leg. Crisp. A flick of the wrist at the end. You can hear how crisp it was. Yeah. And
just a beautiful flourish of the bat from high to low. Maxwell, this one, did he nick that? I reckon he did. Hurt something in the effects? No. It was down leg side. Probably didn't get up as high as he expected.
Got all a bit tangled up. They're interested in reviewing. They probably will.
They probably will. I thought I heard something come through our ears, but they will review. Aidan Markram is going to have a look.
Tough one for the umpire because he's on the swivel.
Yes.
And Sean Craig may not have picked up on it. May have brushed his shirt.
Third umpire
right around the gloves.
We have a player review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. I've checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Start with front on, please.
Just a tip for the TV producers here. Let's look at the batsman's face.
Yes.
It can tell a story.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And then we go to the replays.
So it's gone under the bat.
Ball passes close to glove and bat. If we can go through to RTS, please, to see if there's any bat involved.
The thigh pad
Okay, thank you. Keep going through. Keep coming through.
No
Flat line.
spine.
Keep going.
No spine.
And impact on the body. Satisfied there's no that involved. If I could have the umpire back on screen, please.
Still just one.
Sean, stay with your original decision signal now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that does it. Oh, no, they've got another one. Two reviews.
Two reviews. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Maxwell survives. 4 for 112. He's on 16. Quentin Mapaka's copped a bit of tap tonight. 1 for 40. He's in again, the big left armour. Bowling to Maxwell, deep in his crease, does it again.
Gone forever. Down his throat.
We both got excited off the bat here, Bryce. We forgot that man was there at long on. We both saw him, but we forgot he was there. As Glenn Maxwell picked it up and hit it down the throat of Brevis, we got a bit excited, let's be honest.
You bet.
It was a carbon copy of the one that he hit before. He just didn't, he towed it a little bit. Brevis took a nice catch.
Well, they are excited. South Africa nearly as excited as we got when that came off the bat. But alas, he didn't get all of it. And he's on his way for 16 off 10. Sometimes you want them to take the winning shot all the time.
Yes.
And land it. They don't always. And so it's going to be Alex Carey.
Yes.
Who hasn't played a T20 game for quite some time for Australia. So here's an opportunity to see if he can translate that positive Test cricket form into action here tonight and steer them to victory.
He may not have played a T20 since the Big Bash. Remember, he played one game, I reckon, in between the Test series and the World Test Championship, maybe. I'm not sure when, or last summer, maybe between Test matches when they had a longer break.
Yep.
A few of them were released before the Sydney Test, I reckon, and they went back and played T20 cricket. So he strikes at 108, 233 runs. Late addition to the squad. He faces up to Mapaka. That's way down the leg side, and that'll be wide. Off the gloves of Rickleton. They'll get through for a couple of byes as well.
Oh, you still got one, Quentin.
So that was a bye, a wide, in fact. 135 clicks. That one just angled across. Not too far.
Carey's a much better player than those stats suggest.
Oh, yeah.
Striking 108. He has developed his game a lot more since that opportunity. And that's probably why they made the change. But I think he's in a whole lot better form than that.
Last ball. Mapaka to Owen, who picks it up with the pull shot. Hits it down to Pretorius at backward square. He gets himself off the mark. Single. End of the over. Mapaka's got one to come in his spell. Australia 5 for 115 after 11.
They said launching a ute in Australia was an uphill battle, and the new Kia Tasman wouldn't have it any other way. With 4x4 tech built for tough terrain, it's Kia's most Australian vehicle yet, featuring low-range gearing, ground view monitors, and auto-rear locking differential in select models. The Kia Tasman didn't reinvent the wheel, it just got dirty. The Kia Tasman, here now at your local Kia dealer.
Kia, movement that inspires.
SEN Test cricket for Northline. Australia's global logistics people unlock freight management. Got a question off our text line from Clinton.
Yep.
He's right. I just want to double check when the next one is, because he makes a good point. Clinton says the World Test Championships are not playing Test cricket at home in their own summer. Surely that's not correct. It is correct, Clinton. They are not playing in South Africa this summer, which is bizarre to me. Yeah! Peter back into the attack. Owen's hit on the pad. Peter liked it.
It's straight, Rex. It's bad. Coach.
They're having a look at it. They won't go up. So, Naba Peter starts off with a dot ball. South Africa in the canary yellow strip. Australia have gone back to their green, which I'm eternally grateful for, because I was over the black strip that they were wearing for so long in T20 cricket. Owen faces up and takes takes Peter down the ground. Just one bounce to Bosch on the fence.
That was a really awkward one because he didn't have... It just crammed him up. It was that flat and that hard. He couldn't move forward.
Yeah.
Landed probably 2 metres in front of him. Didn't really have the play to go and catch it. So he's prepared to keep going hard here as Mitch Owen. He's not going to sit back. He's 3 off 6. Hasn't found his range just yet, but he'll be going hard every delivery.
Australia did 103 from 52 balls.
The sweep merchant.
He loves a sweep in this format. Carey back on his stumps, turning it out to the leg side. He was sent back by Mitch Owen.
Nice skip.
So just the one.
Moving skip.
I reckon Carey was happy to go.
He was in and out quickly, as they teach you, but he was sent back by Owen, so no harm done.
So
6 out, Petey boy.
Carey one off one. We're just looking at a replay of that LBW shout. It was sliding down leg side. So
a missing leg stump. Yeah.
It is the right time to bring the leg spinner back when the wicket's on and they've got two fresh players in. And without Maxwell, who wants to bowl to spin to Glenn Maxwell? Nobody. And Tim David, even less.
Yeah. 2 big wickets that they got earlier in this game. Rabada and Mapaka picked them up. Peter over the wicket, bowling to Owen, who tried to unload on this one, but it rolls out to backward square. They will get 2 this time and do it easily. So Owen adds 2 to his total. Carey's last international T20 was against Bangladesh in 2021. Played a domestic T20 on January 18 this year.
Yep.
So there you go. Thank you, Julian. Appreciate that.
The SEN community.
Smartest.
Yeah, just tuning us in. They love their sport just as much as we love bringing it to them.
In the world.
Yep.
There's the mechanics of Naba Peter. Comes in, 2 balls to come. Slow leg spinner outside the off stump, dragged away on the sweep from Owen. Sort of surprised him a little bit. He was in position. He just dragged it out for 1. He's through that one. It was really slow, looped up.
In the school zone, 40 k's an hour. That's what it was. It was in actual fact 71, but it's a real loopy leggy.
Last ball of the over.
Takes a lot of courage to do that to the big power hitter in Owen.
Carey on strike, shorter this time, dug into the wicket, dragged out to mid-wicket, so there's protection back there in the form of Aidan Markram. He gets 1, so no harm done in that over. Peter's got the figures of none for 25 off 2. Australia after 12, 5 for 121.
Footy fans, this is the one you don't want to miss. Join me, Luke Darcy, and for the first time as co-host, the highly respected and much-loved AFL presenter Sarah Jones at the EJ Whitten Grand Final Legends Lunch, Thursday, 25th of September at the Melbourne Convention Centre, with vital funds being raised for prostate cancer research and care. It's a brilliant afternoon, great food, fantastic company, and finals fever at its best. Tickets are on sale now. Head to ruralprostatecancer.org.au. Get in quick, tables are selling fast.
A bit of work to do for the Australians here. They're going to reel this in. 98 off 48 balls, Bryce, is the equation. Their run rate's dropped to 10.8.
They need 12s.
Yeah, they need 12s. And the problem is that their big power hitters are in the sheds.
Yep, it's manageable though. Right, left hand. They need a partnership here though.
Bosch to Carey. Slices this through point. For a single, Pretorius does the fielding. 0433 98 11 16. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage as we take you home from the various footy trainings, cricket trainings, work functions, wherever you are tonight. John Donohue, Bryce McGain with you. Pleasure to bring you all the action in this second T20.
It is indeed.
South Africa putting up 218. And bowled. Oh, my goodness. He'd been bowled, but the bail didn't come off. Owen went to pummel it down the ground. It hit the off stump firmly. The bail lit up, but didn't dislodge. We had this conversation the other night about the weight of the bails. Wow. That's a big moment.
It's quite amazing. The bail lit up.
hit the off stump.
The stump's lit up, and then it went, I'm not hopping out of my groove. So it was Roy that weighed them and said, look, it's a whole lot heavier. And we had one which was off the hand of Zampa bowling on Sunday that went onto the stumps, did the same sort of thing. It just didn't go out of the groove.
So it's clipped the edge of the off stump.
Lifted a little.
Lifted it, but not off completely. And this one taken from the Yorker. Tried to hit it leg side, but ricocheted into his pad. We'll get one. I wonder whether it's a discussion to be had, Bryce. I understand and I love the theatrics of it, the light-up bails. It's great for the kids. It's great for the families. But, I mean, if it's costing teams games, if it's costing teams wickets, if that's a regular bail, and I know it's just clipped the off stump.
Yeah.
That probably comes off, though, with a wooden bail.
Yeah.
So, they are heavier. Van der Dussen just testing they actually do come off. Yeah. Bosch. Carey walks at him, lifts him up over the top of cover. Couple of bounces away to the rope for 4.
She's a good player, and we saw exactly that shot in the Test series time and time again. Difficult batting conditions. He makes his own length. Mid-off is up inside the circle, and he said, okay, I can hit your good length with ease. He was on the move, and he strikes it with balance and precision. Doesn't try and overhit it. Knows he's just going for 4, not for 6. Hits it flat and powerfully.
So needed that. He's getting into his innings. Bosch. This time he tried to paddle it down to fine leg. Couldn't connect. Drop ball.
No, it was on too with fine leg up inside the circle. So he's challenging those areas where the fielders are in. That's why he's such a dangerous player. Not your power hitting striker to get going, and his T20 record, as I said before, just doesn't reflect how good a player he is now.
Yeah.
He has played 38 T20 internationals, averaging 11, striking 108.
Bosch to Carey, walks at him this time. He nicked it, but it fell short of the keeper, Rickleton.
Slower ball. He's been unlucky. He's got an edge that didn't carry and hit the stumps, and it has. End of the over.
End of the over. 6 off. Australia after 13, 5 for 127.
There's just so many memories here. When I was 8, I hit a cricket ball through the window. It was the match of the century. And when Tristan asked Imogen to marry him in the kitchen, well, that was the question of the century.
Epic moments like these make a house a home. At Century 21, we understand the life, love and laughter that goes into a home. That's why our experts will go above and beyond to guide you when buying a new home or selling a beloved one. Visit c21.com.au. Century 21, dedicated to the joy of home.
So just to go back to Clinton's question off the text, he's spot on. So South Africa are, I think, touring India during their summer period. 14th to the 18th of November. They've got a couple of test matches against India, a couple of ODIs. So, yeah, they won't be playing on home soil for quite some time, which is bizarre in the world we live in at the moment with all the cricket that we have. And Geedy back into the attack. Slower ball. That's on the off stump. Whipped from Owen out to long on for 1.
So it's a good tight patch here that they've backed up over by the leg spinner Peter, which was the 12th, went for 6. Bosch over for 6. Just as they're consolidating Carey and Owen, but as they do, the run rate is getting spectacularly north. They need 91 from 41, so it's well above 2 a ball. So it is on the stretch now. They do need to keep moving. Comparison, 3 for 141 with South Africa, 14 runs ahead.
Geedy around the wicket to the left-handed Carey. Floats this one to the off stump. Digs it out. Pushes it to cover, and Brevis does the fielding, but they're able to get 1. Owen's 8. Carey's 8. Australia off to a good start in this game. Tim David with 50. It looked like he was bringing the rate back, and then they got that big wicket. Caught Van der Dussen, bowled Rabada. Now, Australia back to the drawing board. But this man, while he's still at the crease, slow to get going here. Mitch Owen. But he can't hit a long ball. Geedy. Oh, that's a full toss. It was a slower ball full toss as well. It'll be a no ball. It has to be. It surprised Mitch Owen. Almost... Did he bottom edge that into his pad and then a balloon into the keeper?
It looked like that. I think he's bottom edged it into his pad.
South Africa want to look at this.
No, so umpire Gillespie has not made a call. It's not done. So they haven't gone for a review with the bottom edge into there. He's called it a leg by.
Okay, so it wasn't a no ball.
Slower ball that dropped off the table out the back of the hand, or
it was high. Oh, yeah, okay. It's hit him on the thigh, right on the thigh. So initially it was a no ball, and then it just dipped late.
Yep.
So not out. Leg by. 5 for 130. Carey on strike. Around the wicket for Ngidi. Walked at him. Up over the top of point. There's a man out there, but it beats them all. Rolls away for 4. It was a good bit of fielding by the man on the rope. He might have kept that in, actually. Slid in quickly. Quenapapaka. I reckon he might have done a good job here, Quenapapaka.
He's an athlete.
He is, isn't he?
It looked for all money that it had gone.
He's done a great job. Fantastic fielding by Quenapapaka. He was wide out there at cover. Had to make up an enormous amount of ground.
Peter's come around from third man to be the lapdog and scoop it up on the parry away from the boundary.
He's done a great job there. So saved a couple. They just got 2. Those are the little things that can win you games of cricket, Bryce. Carey waits. Ngidi around the wicket again. Slower ball. This time it's high and it's long to deep cover. Is there a man there? Oh, there was, but he was tracking back. It was Brevis. He threw a mid out at it. Couldn't take the catch. It was a hard attempt. He's disappointed with himself. I don't think he should be. Made a good fist of it.
So another 2 to Carey as he went to go over mid-off again inside the circle. Just got the big height on it. Was unable to maximise it to the boundary. So a good over here, managing the damage.
Carey's on 12.
Just 7 off it. Without getting a wicket, it's been good.
They need a couple of overs of 20 here, I think, Bryce.
Oh, yeah.
That'd help. Haven't had one for a while. Haven't had one all innings, in fact. Geedy dug it into the wicket. Nicely bowled. Slower ball. Just worked it around the corner. Did Alex Carey off the last ball for 1. Good over. Good over from Ngidi. South Africa on top. Australia need 84 off 36. They're 5 for 135 after 14.
Hungry? How does this sound? A genuine New York Rubens. 1/4 kilo of sliced hot pastrami, sauerkraut, Swiss melted cheese, and our in-house dressing piled high on toasted rye. This is Finey from the Final Siren and Lenny's Fine Foods. Drop in for that Rubens or a huge selection of filled bagels, soups, meals, dips, and New York deli favourites. It's all at Lenny's, 636 Inkerman Road, near the corner of Kooyong Road in North Caulfield.
The Aussies with a bit of work to do. They haven't had an over 20, as we mentioned. They got 19 off Naba Peters over in the 7th.
21 off the 4th. It was.
They did. Yeah. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't write that one down, but you're right.
They've been able to control it since the 10th over. They've just managed everything. The 4 over block, they've dominated South Africa and sent the run rate required up to 14.
So it's now 9.6. Quenapapaka in for his last over. He's got 2 wickets already. Thick edge from Carey down to third man. That'll roll away for 4. It will. Ngidi did well. He parried it a little bit more, but it ultimately rolled over the fence.
Real awkward one.
Did he get rope burned there?
Yeah, I reckon he may have. He's tried to slide and he slid along the rope. And the ball ended up going for 4 as he sort of tapped it about 4 or 5 metres in front of himself. He's tapped it.
Yeah, I reckon he's got rope burn.
Nearly slipped out of his strides as well.
Yes. So 4 runs for Alex Carey. Flashed hard at it outside the off stump. It feels like this has to be a big over if they're any chance. 5 for 139.
Started the right way with the boundary.
Pucker. On the left arm. Oh, full toss again. Horrible. Carey walked at him. He was able to get bat onto it. as it rolls out to mid-wicket. So they get 2. He needs a new bat. There's a no ball. And that bat snapped. It looks like the handle might be coming apart. He's just helped it on its way. So we'll get a new Kookaburra. Look at this replay. That has to be a no ball. It will be.
Yeah, absolutely. Full toss, nipple height, and he's just fended it off the sponsor's logo on his shirt. The bat breaks.
They get 2 and the no ball, so 3.
And Mapaka just put the hand up, said, sorry
about that.
I didn't mean that. Wet ball.
Yep.
Carey says, no worries. So he's a good, honest player in everything he does.
So a new Kookaburra stick for Alex Carey. I don't like bat snapping. Some of them have got their favourites.
Yeah.
God forbid one of Marnus's bat snaps. From all reports, gets a bit sulky about his good bat snapping, and then he's got to dip into his new ones that aren't worn in. And
I wonder if Carey's going with his big 6-hitting bat here.
They're a weird bunch, international cricketers. Mapaka, he goes, he does. Long down the ground, it's 1 bounce 4. It's got a spring in it, this stick.
Well, the whippy handle one snap. First ball with a new one. He's launched it within a school ruler.
Slower ball, got leg side of it. Down on one knee and slapped it over his over his head for 4.
Just the 4, yeah.
Pitched inside.
So nice hitting by Carey. He's skipped along now, 23 off 13. So he's picking up his rate, striking 176 now.
High back lift. Mapaka in again. Cramped him up. He cut late down to third man. Protection there, though, in the form of Ngidi.
Oh, that's nice.
Fired that in, didn't he? Just for 1. Didn't want to take him on, Lungi Ngidi.
No, that's a cannon.
Wow. Didn't know he had that in his armoury. He's happy with it.
Crowd enjoyed it too, right behind him. They were clapping him, and he just acknowledged, yeah, no worries. I've got a cannon.
So, 5 for 147. Take a miracle from here, 72 from 33, but this is T20 cricket. This is what happens. No. This is not over just yet. Haven't seen Mitch Owen fire up yet. Mapaka. Short ball, bowled him. Bales came off this time. And the young 19-year-old strikes at a crucial moment for South Africa.
Well, nicely bowled. That's Bale height. That's your best delivery. What do I go to under the most pressure? And he's gone around the park a little bit. He hasn't really hit it. Top of off. That's exactly it. So what's my best ball? I'm going to it right now. Well done. Well deserved. To keep you cool. It's been a tough night for him. Hasn't been perfect, but he gets the wicket.
Quetta Mapaka with a big strike. Mitch Owen walks off for 8. That makes things a whole lot more difficult now for Australia.
He's a wicket taker.
He is.
So it's been a tough night because he's gone for so many runs. He's got 3 for 55 with still 2 balls to go. The 3 wickets are pretty useful.
So he's enjoying his time.
Maxwell and Green.
He's enjoying his first time on Australian shores playing for his country. 4 wickets in game 1. 3 already tonight with an opportunity with 2 balls to go for another one. I want to come back here more often. Likes these pitches. They carry through a bit.
He does.
So he's got 2 balls to come in his spell. Then washes to the crease. Strike rate of 73. Left-hander to left armour. Back on his stumps, cuts to Brevis at cover. Just 1. 6 for 147, 8. 6 for 148. Australia with a mountain to climb. 71 off 31. It sounds out of the realms of possibility, and look, it's unlikely, but with Alex Carey still there, he can very quickly change things. Mapaka in again, last ball of his spell. Carey on strike. On the pads, it was a slower ball, angled in at the legs. Turned off his legs to mid-wicket, so Carey will retain the strike. Good spell from Quetta Mapaka. 3 for 57 after his 4 for 40 in game 1. Australia with a bit of work to do. 6 for 149, 5 to come.
country. Oh, and we're getting reports of a rogue lion on the loose after a lion.
There are surprises. Good kitty.
Rerouting.
And there are good surprises. Like convenient drop-off at Kennard's Hire, so you can return your equipment within 50 k's of your pickup branch and avoid any peak hour dramas. Just one of the trade-easy benefits that comes standard with every piece of equipment from Kennard's Hire.
Kennard's make your job easy.
SEN T20 cricket, the North Line. Australia's global logistics people, Unlock Freight Management. John Donohue, Bryce McGain with you. It's been a good innings here. Well, it's been a good batting innings for South Africa and then an even better bowling innings from them. Peter in, leg spinner. Cut to cover, no run.
So Peter hitting that length straight away. That 5 metre length bowling leg spin. That's what the best in the world do. So it's a lot shorter than what you generally want to bowl. But for T20 cricket, it's the right length as the batters are looking to go at you.
Starts wide of the crease, Peter. In he comes again, short this time, dragged out to the leg side to mid-wicket from Alex Carey. Get one. So, what do they be talking about in the middle here for the Australians? They've got to get this as close as possible. 28 balls left, 69 to get. Is it turning strike or are you having a crack?
No, you're going.
You're going? Yeah.
You're going, yeah. You're trying to maximise each ball and know your areas. If you can't, well, you're trying to run hard and get it out to those sweepers. And
So Dwarshuis can certainly hit a long ball. Saw it the other night. Peter in, short. Dwarshuis tried to get underneath it. Bottom edged it as it rolls along the deck to Pretorius at backward square. 1 run.
So fast and into the wicket, 95 k's an hour. He did bowl that really slow, loopy one at about 70. It was just so...
How was that?
It was...
One nubsy.
Real floated up stuff.
Certainly was. Carey waits. Taps his bat away, uses his feet, drags it down to cow corner, gone. Brevis came in off the fence. And Naba Peter gets his first wicket of the series. Sharp catch from Brevis, diving forward. South Africa have 7. And Australia are staring down the barrel now. It was a wrong one.
Catch your breath.
Yeah, hit to the mid-wicket. Had to take him on. And he's kept his composure, Peter. His first over went for 19. And he's with the other over, he bowled. That was right at the 7th, and Australia were flying then. But he's been able to bounce back. So in the 12th over, he bowled an over for 6. It was tight, and now he's got the wicket at Carey. And they just keep tightening the screws. This has been good by South Africa.
26 off 18 for Alex Carey. Sean Abbott, the new batter. Sharp catch from Brevis. What a night he's having. You'll remember this one for a while. Just pogoing them all over the park. Now, Sean Abbott strikes at 103. 36 runs in international cricket, though. Average of 7. Best of 12. You'll need much more than that tonight, Sean Abbott. Peter floats it up outside the off stump, drives along the ground. They won't get a single, so Abbott yet to get off the mark. One ball to come in Peter's third over. 16th over of the match. Abbott on strike, yet to get off the mark. This one down the leg side. He tried to help it on its way. It was a wide. They'll get some runs for it. They'll only take 1. They hesitated on the 2nd. So we've got another delivery, but 2 wides.
He's done that a couple of times, Peter, as he put in that slider, real quicker ball, loses his front arm, and it just flies down leg side. The front arm guides where you want the ball to go, and he really just throws it away, and it's all bowling arm trying to go faster. Loses his body action there a bit.
Last ball of Peters over. Dwarshuis on strike. Floated up. He waited. He timed it. He belted it. 6 more.
Nice clean strike. He's dangerous.
Clean. And there's the GST ball.
It is. You bowl a wide. And there's a couple of them. And that one, he floated it up. Didn't need to.
In the slot.
Invited it.
7 for 159, the Aussies at the end of 16 overs.
G'day, Dale Vine here. As one of the world's most trusted workwear brands, Port West is making waves in Australia thanks to their innovative safety gear. For long-lasting workwear with ultimate all-day comfort, whether you're on site, on the road or on the tools. Work with confidence knowing Port West products are designed for real workers and tested in tough environments to ensure maximum protection. Port West, born tough. Available at leading retailers and safety distributors across Australia or visit portwest.com.au.
A bit more Corbin Bosch. 1 for 14. Picked up the wicket of Mitch Marsh.
Back in the 8th over.
Yes, he did. Abbott yet to get off the mark.
He bowled a tight over on the 13th. That went for 6. Now he's back in there to close this one out.
Bosch to Abbott. Full toss. On the off-stump line, just bounced in front of Peter, who was kind of on the ground before the ball got to him. It was an awkward-looking catch. It ended up being a half volley into his mitts. Let's have a look at the replay.
Well, he got stuck and then he
went back.
He went back and then spun the wheels and couldn't get to it.
He thought it was coming a bit harder off the bat, so he tracked back to try and get in position, and then it dipped on him. Just short of his grasp.
He's made to look a little silly in the end, doesn't he?
Certainly was.
All right, 59 off 23. Huge ask. They got one.
They did get
Dwarshuis on strike.
7 for 160. Bosch to Dwarshuis. He takes it hard to the leg side. Can't beat the fielder on the fence and marker him, but they get back for 2.
Now, these two have done their best work for the Sydney Sixers.
Yes, they have.
And many times at the SCG, you can picture them in their magenta, taking a game deep in these situations.
Yes, absolutely.
And they've been a big part of success over years and years and years, the Sydney Sixers.
Walsh's 10. On strike. 57 from 22 needed. Bosch again. Strikes it hard to the leg side. A little bit squarer this time. Trying to beat the 2 fielders converging on it. At mid-wicket, mid-on. Marker loops it in.
So he's belting that into the... That's his zone, mid-wicket. And he's splitting the ones in the deep. Hasn't got one out of the middle yet.
No.
He's also good over cover as well. So you get width, he'll put you in that region as well.
3 balls to come down the leg side. Tried to duck out of the way of it. It'll be a wide. So, Bryce, you and I have got to give some votes again. We've got a bit of thinking to do. As for...
well, I got my 3.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a fairly easy one, I would imagine. Give the 2 and the 1. At the end of the over, I reckon. Yeah, I think Divold Brevis probably deserves 3 votes. Be hard-pressed to find a better player of the match in this format. Dwarshuis, outside the off-stump this time, floated full toss. Couldn't capitalise, no run. 1 for 20 off nearly 3 overs for him. What an imposing total when you look at the target in the corner here. 219 runs. 20 overs.
Yep. No, it was incredibly impressive on the back of a superb innings.
2 to come. Bosch is in again. Bowled him! Gives him a send-off as well. Off you go. Corbin Bosch hits the middle peg. It's all going South Africa's way now. Dwarshuis tried to hoik him leg side. rolled his fingers on it, slower delivery, dug in the wicket, and the bails go flying again.
Yep, deceived with the pace, wanted the leg side, and he did. He pointed to the pavilion.
Off you go.
I thought he was just going to do an underhanded, like uppercut or a finger wave.
What I will say is...
And he went, no, I'm going to send you that way.
No love lost between these two teams. We're playing a T20 series in the middle of August, and these two teams are fired up. I mean, Glenn Maxwell we saw earlier.
Yeah.
I love to see it. Well delivered, well executed. Middle stump. So South Africa 2 wickets away from victory.
They've got this one covered, I feel.
Yes.
Donners.
Does feel like that. Zampa, the new batter. 8 for 165 Australia. One ball to come in Corbin Bosch's third over. He's got 2 for 20. Got an opportunity to take another one here with him. Zampa waits. Bosch in. Full. Oh, he tries to pump him down the ground. There'll be a man down there. He waits. He's got it. 3 for Corbin Bosch. Tristan Stubbs takes a nice grab. And Australia, after 17 overs, are 1 wicket away from defeat in this second T20. We'll get Bryce McGain's analysis on the other side of the break. They're 9 for 165.
Hello, Bank.
Hi, I was hoping you could work my numbers so I can afford the property I want to buy.
Oh, don't want much, do you?
Not really. I just really want to get the most out of my borrowing power.
We're the bank. We've got the power, FYI.
Well, Athena shifts the power to me, FYI.
Well...
Athena's fairer, friendlier policies put the power in your hands. Visit athena.com.au or talk to your broker. Athena, love us and leave us. Application subject to eligibility and assessment.
South Africa closing in on a win here, which would end a 9-game winning streak for the Australians.
Yeah, don't like to say it, but put a fork in them. They are done.
Yes, they are. So, Hazelwood has a couple overs up his sleeve here. Mungi Ngidi can finish it to Abbott. Full toss. Oh, he nearly bowled him. Beat him all ends up. Slower ball. And I don't know how that's missed the off stump.
It's a wicked slower ball.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fast arm, big follow through, and then the ball arrives. It just slides out. Just turns the doorknob and it comes out as the off spinner.
He's bowled that beautifully all night.
He has.
Abbott waits again and Ngidi in. Another slower ball again. It dipped on him. He just had to wait for it. It was an awkward shot from Abbott. So he's on one. Hazelwood yet to get on strike. They need 1 wicket for victory, South Africa. 9 for 165. They've been dominant since they were sent into bat by Mitch Marsh at the start of the night. We'll run you through the scorecard very soon after. For 165. Abbott waits. Ngidi again in. Imagine a slow ball be here. It was dug out by Abbott. No run to cover. They've outplayed Australia in just about every aspect tonight.
They have.
Yep.
They have.
Impressive.
Yeah. They're batting, well, set up with a spectacular innings. 125 by Brevis. Yeah. Not out. Took it all the way through to the deep. He had able support, but it was really a one-man show.
Ngidi in to Abbott. He slices this. This will be it. Gone. Rabada takes the catch. At short third man, Australia's 9-game winning streak comes to a close. South Africa dominate at the top end, and the series is tied 1 apiece with 1 game to play. Diovold Brevis with one of the most mesmerising knocks we've seen guides South Africa to victory, and they have done what they needed to to level the series 1 apiece. 53-run victory.
They did it pretty comfortably in the end. It was always going to be a big run chase. Australia have shown that they have an appetite for big run scoring, but they've been shut down, squeezed out of the game as that run rate just kept on escalating up. They had some good start off 8 overs. They were going along 2 for 85. Things were set quite well. They had a platform ready to go, plenty of resources in the shed, power hitting, but South Africa have executed with the ball, and, well, Brevis has done it with the bat.
Yep.
It's been backed up by the bowlers. Your defence is solid.
Dominant from start to finish were South Africa. Australia are all out for 165 in their quest for 219, which looked a bridge too far as soon as Brevis and the South Africans walked off the pitch in the first innings. 53-1 victors, series tied at 1 apiece with 1 game to come later this week.